All right, we are live. We are live and we have a question. All right, cool. We have questions already. We haven't even started. Soha is here. I see Soha. I see only VL. I see Grav. Guys, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but if you are either a patron, anything above Satan's Minion tier, or if you're a YouTube member, anything above Satan's Minion tier, you could actually join me as a co-host here if you want. No pressure. If you want, if you're a patron, the link has already been sent to you. I also posted the link here in the live chat for YouTube and also the live chat for Twitch. So that's there. If you want to just join me as a co-host, again, no pressure. And also, if you're a YouTube member, the link to that is in the community tab. The community tab of the YouTube channel. But it's not just being a member. For being a co-host with me, that's like one level above Satan's Minion. Anyways, let's look at some of these questions. All right, let me see. Okay, cool. This is Gurav saying, in my country, India, I have seen that whenever you oppose of Hindu, they always think you're a Muslim. Why do they have this mentality? Any thoughts on the matter? By the way, love you from India. Oh, thank you so much for love you as well. Love you for loving me. Okay, so I actually do mean that. A lot of people say like, "Oh no, how could you love so many people?" Well, I love everybody who loves me. Yeah. I know it's yeah. So Gurav is saying, well, here's the thing. This is not very unique. Gurav, let me actually make sure I have this, you guys, on my phone as well, because on my phone, if you guys tag Atheist Republic, it highlights it and it's easier for me to see that you guys want to actually me to read something. So there we go. Yeah, guys, make sure you tag Atheist Republic if you guys want me to actually pay attention. All right, so here's the answer to your question. I think that this is not unique to India at all. Not at all. It's not unique. I see it everywhere. People's minds are so simple and they can't comprehend having multiple enemies. They just have to group all their enemies, ideological enemies, together. It's just like they can't be more than one person that is against me. They are so focused on hating this one thing that any form of other opposition to them has to be part of the same group. Okay, so for example, a lot of, again, not all, again, every group has simple-minded people like this as well. Okay, this is not unique to Hindus. Muslims have it, lefty people have it, far right people have it, atheists have it. But for example, when it comes to Muslims, one example of that is like everything is Zionism, right? So so Zionists, again, specific groups, like not all, but it used to be like multiple conspiracy theories. Like, is Zionism, or is it Illuminati, or is it like a globalism, or is it the liberal Western colonialism? And they kind of just got merged together, and apparently they're all part of the same conspiracy. They're all the same thing. There's basically the Zionist Illuminati, devil worshipping, child killing, blood. Can I say this on YouTube? Drinking, Satanist, Western. That's the same guy. It's all the same dude. It's all the same guy, right? So just have to group it all together as part of one giant conspiracy, right? So in India, you have the same thing. You can't just be it hates the hatred for Muslims is so much that anybody who's against them must be a Muslim. Okay, so it's not unique. It's basically a black and white. It's a type of black. I think it's type of black and white thinking. Can this be categorized as black and white thinking? You're either with me or you're fully against me, and if you're fully against me, you must be my mortal enemy, right? It's a type of black and white thinking. This is a kind of nature of human mind that is like that. So yeah, AJ is saying audio is good. So where did it go? Soha is saying like and subscribe. Yes, guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Come on, come on. Yes. Also, Soha is saying idea is great. And also, Soha is telling everybody to please tag Atheist Republic if you guys want me to read your comments. Marco is saying, I have only one question. How did the universe begin? Thanks in advance. Eesh. Eesh. Hmm. It never began. It never began. It was always there. You know how I know it never began? I know it because the beginning of the universe, if there is a beginning of the universe, then it should be also the beginning of time. If it's the beginning of time, that means before there was time, if there was a universe, what happened? Okay, so we have no universe, universe. To have universe, that's the beginning of space and time. So without a universe, there's no space and time. So if there's no universe, if there's no space and time without the universe, that means there was no time, that there was no universe. That means that we never had a no universe situation. That means we always had a universe. So the answer to your question is it never began because it was always there. Because when there was no universe, there was no time. So the universe existed at all times. So the universe always existed. Solved it. Solved it for you right there. See how easy it was? All the questions that the mankind has always been wondering about. I have the answer for you right here. You don't need to go read any philosophers or anything. Just come ask me. I have all the answers. It's not 42. It's not 42. Okay? Yep. Okay. Cool. Here we go. British Pakistani atheist. Did you guys like that answer? That was a pretty good answer. That was a pretty good answer, wasn't it? British Pakistani atheist saying, what do you think of the marital? Okay, Marshall race theory created by army officials of British India after the Indian rebellions of 1857 and the impact it has on India-Pakistan relations. I have no goddamn idea what you're talking about. I just told you I have all the answers. And I have no idea what you're referring to. What do you think of the martial race theory created by army officials of British India after the Indian rebellion of 19... I have no idea. I don't know. Okay. Hey, Deborah, you want to join me in this call? I sent you a link to as a co-host if you want to come. It's sent on Patreon and also on the community tab for top tier members. What is this? Let me see. I'm gonna come up with an answer. I don't care. I'm gonna come up with an answer. I'm just gonna guess what this is. Martial race theory created. What's a martial race theory? Be created by army officials of British India. British India. I have no idea. Why would they have a race theory? I don't know. No. Batul, I'm not going to do that. After all these Hindutva people doing all of that stuff, do you think I'm going to bring attention to that? I'm not going to. I'm a private. My personal life has turned private after these crazy people came after me. So, yes. Not going to talk about anything private life related. Okay? Okay. Yeah, wait, I already did this one. Okay. Let's see. Guys, why are you guys talking about other things? Ask me questions instead of talking to each other. I mean, talk to each other as well, but it's fine. But ask me questions. Do you think that the Algerian Civil War helped to decrease religious extremism? Again, I don't. Well, you guys, why are you guys asking tough questions today? Algerian Civil War helped to decrease religious extremism. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. Wow. Okay, what do you think about? Oh, there we go. Libertarian cult. Oof. Libertarian cult. I'm part of the cult. Oh shit! Wait, you think that's a? Okay, so I'm a libertarian. Okay, here's the thing. I am more like the positions that I take on the economy aligns more with what is considered by a lot of people to be libertarian. Okay, However, maybe not libertarian with a capital L, because I don't like the libertarians with the capital L. I like the libertarian with the lowercase L, because the official libertarian groups out there, they do not really, I don't think they don't understand or reflect what libertarianism is. And I'm not very ideological, dogmatic about my views. Like, I just think like I'm evidence based, right? So I'm not gonna be like I am for this position because it aligns with the tribe of libertarians. I'm gonna be like, well, what the evidence shows, and if the evidence shows something works that doesn't really agree with the libertarian viewpoint of the world, I'm gonna, well, let's go with what the evidence shows, right? So maybe if you're saying libertarian cult, maybe you're talking about people that are dogmatically believing in certain values just because it's associated with the tribe that they belong to. If that's what you're calling libertarian cult, yeah, then I agree. I don't belong to that cult. I do try to decide things based on, like, change my position based on what the data shows, and not based on the tribe I belong to. Um, but I do think that a lot of people, the libertarians with the capital L, I think they have really hurt what misrepresented what actually libertarian is actually all about. I do think a lot of people have this understanding that libertarianism means no government, no regulations, no government involvement. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's not libertarianism. That's anarchism. So yeah, so libertarianism does, free market capitalism. I mean, if you, even from the very beginning, if you read Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, you understand that the government has a role. There are positive and negative externalities that the government has to come and adjust for, that the market is blind. Like, the market is very useful, but it's blind to a lot of effects that certain transaction has on people, and the government definitely has to come to either regulate or tax or subsidize certain things. That is in line with libertarianism. So having no government, or just always removing government, is not part of libertarianism. So if anybody tells you that, is because they are selling you something that is not in line with what actually data shows works best. All right, Marco is saying 1 baby per week is my max. Got to watch my cholesterol level. Okay. 1 baby per week. How do you stay alive? Terrell is saying asking for the beginning of the universe is like asking for the beginning of a circle. Okay. Yep. Or some people say it's like asking for the edge of Earth, right? My future plans to, okay, any future plans to visit India? No, I used to have a lot of plans. I actually had a list of places I was going to visit, documentaries that I was going to make. I even had a YouTuber buddy that I can't mention who it is, but it's somebody really big that I was going to come to India with, and go to temples, meet atheists there, meet Muslim groups, and I had so many plans in India. All of that is out the window. I'm never gonna come there. I'm sorry. I really want to, but not gonna happen. How do you feel about parents teaching their children about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and etc.? I personally will tell them that they're make believe, but we can still have fun with it, right? I'm going to use them as a way to show kids how imagination can be fun. Just because, like, I'm not going to take away. I think you could teach kids that just because something is not real, that doesn't mean we can't pretend, right? So I'm not going to remove that fun. Oh, wait, Deborah's here. We have a co-host there. Hi, Deborah. All right, there we go. Oh, she was. Oh, wait, Deborah, you have to mute me or something. There was echo. I'll bring you back up once you look.
Oh,
Wait, Deborah. Yeah, see, I can't bring you. Okay, hold on. Let me just mute her and then bring her back up. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. So is that a good answer? I'm gonna tell my kids that. What am I gonna tell? Oh yeah, let me put Deborah back until she's ready. Yeah. Okay. I think I already answered that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Guys, if any of you also is like a Patreon above Satan's Minion, or a YouTube member above Satan's Minion, there's a link sent to you if you want to join us. Like Deborah is joining right now. Deborah, you ready? Okay, here. Let me.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good. I was getting ready for work, but I'm going to go in late.
No.
Don't tell anybody. No, it's
Wait,
okay. No, I'm just doing like extra stuff today. Don't worry.
are
It's
you
all good.
sure?
Yeah, I
Okay.
promise.
Well, you came at the right time because you're like people are asking me parenting advice, even though I'm not a parent. And this is. Do you tell your kids? Wait, I don't know if it. Can I ask this? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your policy with Santa and your kids?
Yeah. I mean, so it's new, right? Like 3 years out of Islam. So we just like go ahead and celebrate everything just for fun.
Right.
So we're just like, yay, we can celebrate all of it. And we just like have fun with it. So it's not like lying to them about any of it.
Right.
So,
but do you tell them Santa is real?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Do you think parents should tell their kids that Santa is real? Is that a bad thing?
Good question. My parents tried it on us and I never bought it. So I just kind of played along with them because they were kind of stupid about it. They would like tell us about Santa, but then as they bought presents, they would put it under the tree. So like throughout the fall, like or however long the tree was there. So it was like, you guys are just shopping and putting presents there. Like there's no Santas, like whatever. So we just kind of played along for fun.
Right. No, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them that
it's just a fun thing.
We can pretend like let's pretend it's real. It's not real, but let's pretend like it's real. Yeah.
And then you enjoy all the movies and stuff with them. Like it's really fun.
Yeah. Okay, and Kita is saying, did you enjoy the taste of Hindutva? How was it? Well, I have not had the pleasure. I'm thinking this is about like eating an Hindutva girl or something like that. Is that what?
Man, you're gonna get new blasphemy charges now.
No, this is like I haven't tasted one yet.
Yeah,
but I would be in favor of that. So okay, I mean, what do you think? What do you think they? No, never mind. That's good. Okay. Okay, you got my full attention. The 100 is over. Okay. Wait. Okay. British Pakistani atheist is asking the British split. Oh, here. This is what we're being educated. They asked me a tough question that I didn't know the answer to. And British Pakistani atheists, you should come and tell us about these detailed stuff that you know a lot. British Pakistani atheists ask me like really tough questions, and he already has like detailed answers to it, but he just wants to embarrass me for not doing about it. The British split India. I know this part. The British split Indians between what they deemed as a warrior race and a non-warrior races. The Pakistani army ignorantly thinks it can't lose because most of the martial races ended up in Pakistan after partition. Well, I mean, that's obviously ridiculous, right? The British split Indians between what they deemed as warrior races and non-warrior races.
Isn't that like the normal protocol though, when like with the colonization, when they leave, they kind of pit two sides against each other? Right? Is that what he means? I studied all that stuff when I was hating myself as a white person.
Wait, say that again. How does that work?
Like with colonizing any country, like when they leave, they kind of split the country up and keep them busy amongst themselves, and just like but that's what we were taught. Like that's how I was looking at it. I don't know how correct that is. But
as dumb as people were back then when it comes to race theories, were the British really that dumb to think that there's a warrior race and a non-warrior race? Like I would think that the British Empire was a little bit more.
No, but maybe they found a couple of tribes that called themselves that and just like let them go ahead with that.
Is this a conspiracy? Is this real, British Pakistani atheists? This might be a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Right. We don't know how much of this is like propaganda and stuff.
Right. British Pakistani atheists. We don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know if any of this is true. We have to look into it, right? Do you think that? Oof. Be careful with this word. the Jays. Okay, I can't say this word right here. I don't know. YouTube is going to think that we are being evil for some reason. Do you think the Jays had the right to take the land of Palestine? That's maybe my only problem. I think he meant with Israel. Okay, so it's complicated. Most of the land that they bought was bought voluntarily. Like people own land, and they came and they gave them money and they took the land. Okay, so it was perfectly
Yeah,
legal.
there was like a huge mass of Palestinians that left voluntarily,
Right,
right? Because they're really looked down upon nowadays, like those ones that live in other countries.
right.
That's one
The
thing. Yeah.
No, sorry, go on.
No, that's just one thing I learned meeting Palestinians from everywhere.
The part that is like a little bit like more complicated is the part of those lands that the farmers were not there and they just took it. So basically,
Yeah,
absentee farmers.
right.
That is like so what, how many of that was justified or not justified? That's so it's a mix of yes, they had the right and not have the right kind of
I
situation.
watched Apostate Prophet's video about the whole conflict there, and it's so interesting to me, like hearing how, like, because when you hear the conflict, you hear just like, oh, they just came and stole all the land. They just like, kicked them out, killed them, stole their houses and stuff. But then when you see most of it was through war, like there was just a bunch of wars and they won that land. It was like a totally different scenario.
Right.
Or
I do try to get both sides of this, like listen to both sides, and it's everybody comes off as bias. It's really hard to
I
get
know.
yeah.
It's really hard.
Anybody that tells you that one side didn't do anything wrong is
Never.
yeah,
Absolutely not.
right. It's not, yeah. I mean, you could argue that one side did more wrong than the other one, but if you don't trust anybody that says like, oh, there's no mistakes done from the other side, right? Yeah. Amoeba is saying recently an Indian filmmaker who is considered an anti-Hindu bigot. Hey, welcome to the club. They've considered me that. By the Hindu right wing tweeted something equating Hindutva with Sharia law. All Islamists, along with the lefties, commies, Wokistanis, started calling him an Islamophobe and a Savarna liberal. Do you think the left's love for Islam in India and the West will have serious consequences in the future? In the future, it has serious consequences already. And way before this Wokistani things, I don't know what is it with far left movements that keep falling in and out of love with Islam. It's like this romance between left.
It's the minority thing. It's the whole minority thing. They're considered a minority. That's it. And they have to like look at it that way. Isn't that it? That's what we would really feed them. Like, we're just a minority. Like, you have to help us.
It's a class struggle thing that Islam plays into so much, right? Because far like lefty ideology, it's about using class struggle as a weapon all the time, and Islamic symbolism has a lot of Islam also is about class struggle in many ways, like at least the origins of it. Muhammad's story was about the poor rising up against the rich, and also Shia Islam has a lot of that, right? But we see, like, do you know about the MEK? It's like a terrorist group. Oh, I can't say that. Why did I say that? A Terry group. The
terrier.
Those
terriers.
The terriers. Like you say, it's a baby. Islam and communism had a baby, and it's the MEK. Imagine what an ugly baby.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a very ugly baby. Imagine what two of the worst ideologies in the world having. But yeah,
the first time I ever started meeting communists and actually seeing that they are active around was when I was active with Islamic people. It's so
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, there's communists around. Like, it's like a big thing. It was really weird.
Yeah.
It's like we're side by side.
I went to Palestine, and there's like communist symbols everywhere. Everywhere. It's so weird.
Yeah. I think it's just more getting them to side with you, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, they have Russia helping them a lot of times, right? Or communist countries.
Mm.
Like
I
in the
mean,
past, Russia's helped Afghanistan in the past and stuff like
yeah.
that. Could
Yeah. I
be.
mean, so did the United States, to be fair, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah. And also, they took a lot of people that were it's both the people who are wanna like communists use Islamic symbolism sometimes to spread their ideology, but they also like hijack atheists sometimes, right? So it's like they play. It's kind
Yeah.
of they still are the people who are questioning Islam. Oh, your connection is. Are you back? Um. Okay. The Smithy is saying, "What is?" Oh, you're back. Bad connection. Atheist, what is your opinion on
I
the
don't know.
growth of
It's all
Europe?
plugged in.
Okay. What is your opinion on the growth of European paganism in the world? Okay, I don't know. Is she pixely for you guys as well, or just for me? I think she's back. Okay, we'll see. Well, okay, it depends on what we mean by
Sorry.
it's okay. It depends what you mean, the Smithy, by paganism, because a lot of the people that are now going to paganism are not actually pagans. They just are alt-right people using the symbology, because there's no other religion that is fully white. Right. Christianity is basically a Jewish religion, and they don't like that. So that might be it. Also, a lot of people who abandon religion kind of are giving a paganism a chance because they just like to have some sort of symbols and stuff like that. So that's also another reason why it's growing, because Abrahamic religion has failed them so much. So a lot of people are giving those older religions another chance. It's also popular because people think like it's going back to the roots of the land that they're on, rather than a religion that came from somewhere else. So that's why I think it's also there. Are you back, Deborah? Are you back?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Or what?
Yes.
Everything looks fine
We
for
have
me,
you
but
back.
I don't know.
All right, that's good. AJ is saying, how can we separate the far regressive leftist wokies from the rest of the left of center people when they're dealing with arguments from the right? What do you think, Deborah? How can we separate the far? I mean, it's pretty easy. Just see whoever makes sense.
Well, the forest will just cancel anyone anyway, so I think they're just going to separate it.
Yeah, if they talk to you, they're probably not. If you disagree with them and they still talk to you, they're not.
That's what I mean.
Not
Like they
yeah.
consider anyone that's center not them anyways,
Right.
right? So they're already
Right.
separated, right?
Yeah, just tell them you disagree with them on certain
Yeah,
issues and
just
see what
like I
happens.
agree with one thing from the other side, and they'll cancel you.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they will out themselves very fast. Yeah. No, but yeah. So, by the way, regressive leftists are different. When we say far left, we're talking about two completely different group of people, right? We're either talking about far left economically, and that's like usually a communist, or we're talking about like regressive leftists and woke people, the woke cult. And these two, they do have a lot of overlap, but a lot of times they don't. So we need to separate these two different kinds of far lefty people from each other. But good answer, Deborah. But
Well, I
think
think the centrists are really getting a bigger voice now, don't you think? Or is that just me? Do you think they're starting to really try to speak up and try to stop it?
I don't know. I don't consider myself a centrist.
No, I mean the centrists are.
I think the centrists are dying out. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're trying to. No, maybe it's just that I watch.
I think the non-regressive leftists are speaking out and saving the left more.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's the centrist. I think centrist is seen like as a dirty word from all sides. I think everybody hates the centrists. I
That
mean,
sucks.
are you a
Like,
centrist?
I don't know. I try to watch both sides like as
Right,
fairly because you can kind of like weed out the propaganda that way.
right. Yeah, I watch all sides as well, but that doesn't mean I feel like I belong to them, right?
No, I
But,
same. No.
yeah. Okay, Batul is also saying, oh, we already answered that one. Oh wow, Michael Sherlock is here. Michael Sherlock is saying, do you think atheists act hey, do you think atheist activists and organizations could achieve more if we stop eating each other over political differences that have nothing to do with the atheist movement? No, not at all. I think we should bring our disagreements front and center. I think we need to be sure that we're mature enough that we could have disagreements and debate them without hating at each other on it, right?
Yeah, I like
Um,
that.
hmm?
I like that about you guys that you can just discuss things.
Yeah, I think in fact, I think a lot of the people that wanted to bring us together, I think a lot of them are actually mm, a little bit like the regressive leftists because they're like, hey, like let's not discuss this, let's not discuss that. This is going to divide us. So like, no, let's discuss all of them. Like, let's not be like again, our unity and our working with each other shouldn't be conditional on agreements, right? We should train our community that look, we have strong disagreements and we could passionately disagree with each other on it, and we could still work with each other on the things that we agree. I think that I think actually that's a very important exercise for us, because what we are doing as a movement, right, at least at the Atheist Republic, is we're trying to ask the world to accept us, even though they passionately disagree with us. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we say we're not. We know that the world is not going to turn atheist in the in the foreseeable future, right? So we want to basically, our request to the world is that even if you're Muslim, Hindu, or Christian, do not accept atheists as conditional on them being silent about religion, right? We don't want that, right? What we want is for you to accept atheists even if they are openly speaking against your religion. We want to be accepted as part of society even though we are um, raising our voice against your views, and you guys could also raise your voice against our views, right? But we could accept you as friends and neighbors, and you should accept us as friends and neighbors, right? But how, like, that request from Muslims and Christians and Hindus and Jews doesn't seem a reasonable request if we can't do that to each other. So, like, what I've noticed is that some people are saying, like, oh, yeah, let's atheists get together, but let's not talk about our political differences so we could get along. Like, look, that means that we can't even. So we have to shut up about our own disagreements to get along, and we're asking the rest of the world to accept us without shutting us up. Like, no, I'm going to tell you that I'm against you for agreeing with Trump, for supporting Trump, and can you still work with me? If I, as an atheist who supports Trump, can you work with an atheist like me that is anti-Trump, even if we disagree with each other? I mean, if you can't, then you have no business asking Muslims and Christians to accept you while you crap on their religion, right? We're preaching to the world something that we ourselves are not able to do. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yep.
I'm gonna clip that part out.
Do
You
it.
see, I'm so impressed with myself that I'm gonna clip.
I was going to tell you to clip it out anyways. So
Oh, really?
there you go.
We got a new member, Abhijit RS is our new member. Thank you so much, Abhijit, for being a member. I appreciate that. All right. Marco is saying how many. You know what happened, Deborah? I used to, like, I was like always telling people, like, I could be wrong. I don't know. You guys, like, I'm being humble, and you guys, oh, this person is so smart, and blah blah blah. And then all these people came and like, oh, Armin is so full of himself. Armin is so arrogant, and Armin is so this. I was like, you know what? Okay, if you guys are I'm gonna find you one arrogant, I'll do it. Like I'm gonna own up
Exactly.
to this. Yeah, like if you guys want that, then why not? Okay, sure. There you go. Every time people get offended about something, I'll just give them 10 times more of the same
You
thing.
just double down. That's just your nature, anyways.
Right. Mark is saying, how many numbers is the first 100 in the first 100 are prime?
Oh my
Oh my,
God.
1, 3, 7, no, 5, 7,
I'm
13,
not doing it.
11, 13. What's after 13?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
17. 17. I think that's it. After 17, we don't get one for a while. So I think it's 7? 7, I think. Wait, 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Did I miss one? No, 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 6. Is it 6? I don't know. Is it 6, Deborah? I don't know.
Don't ask me, please. And I work for an accounting office, so I'm very shameful right now.
Oh, yeah, I counted one as well. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Oh, 6.
Is that
It's
it?
6, I think. Yeah, did I get it right, guys? Did I get it right? I don't know.
One is not a prime number, Marco
What?
says.
1 is not. Okay, so 5 then. Wait, how could 1 not be a prime number? It's
Marco said
divisible by itself.
25. Is there 25 numbers or is 25 one? Oh.
Oh, yeah. 2. Oh, forgot 2. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Oh,
Yeah, you were thinking
19.
odd numbers. Holy.
19 and 23 as well. You're right. I missed. Okay, I said all of them except 19 and 23. Okay, I didn't know there was more after. I forgot about the ones after 17. Anyways, it's been a while, guys. This is high school stuff.
This is like not practical knowledge right now in my life.
It was very practical for me when I knew this stuff. You know how?
How?
I used to be very good at this. I aced all my math classes, right? And the good thing about it was that I used to make study groups with the cutest girls in my class because I told them that I could help them out, right? And that was an excuse for me to turn it into something else eventually. It was my date. Basically, I was
like
very
the number
motivated.
one motivation for guys. Man.
Right. No, but basically we were supposed to have study groups to study something, right? But I would pre-study for the study group so I could make them feel like they need me so we could spend more time with each other and slowly return. Here's a sneaky thing I did. I would invite them to my place. No, I'm not going to say that. That's going to get me in trouble. Wow, we got a super chat. Super chat by Marcus. A good try. You're getting paid for the effort. Okay, thank you so much, 5 year. Oh my god, I don't know how much I would have gotten paid if I got all of them. Probably like 100 euros.
Hey, then that math is useful. You got money.
Yeah, we got money. See, Deborah, you said there's no practical use. We just got 5 euros.
Well, in school, you can pass the class. That's about it.
But we pay money for that, so that doesn't make sense.
No, well, not public school though.
Yeah, I remember having a professor who was mean at to students, and I was like, "Bitch, we are hiring you. Why are you acting like you're our boss? We are your boss." Right? So I never understood that the relationship between professor and students, as like they act like they are superior to us. Like, you are my employee.
Have you?
I'm your boss.
Like Arab, like strict, like madrasa teachers and what they're like. They're really like insane, right? I did an Al Maghrib course, and this one dude was so brutal. He gave us homework, and people that didn't do it, he humiliated them in front of everyone, each one of them. It was like the worst thing. And he's like, "This is how it is." He was like, totally. And some people got up and left because we paid big money for that.
Right.
So brutal.
It should be the other way around.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. That's why I left my piano classes. I voluntarily, without my parents' pressure, I took piano classes, and my teacher was like, "You're not practicing enough." I'm like, "I'll practice as much as I
Yeah,
want.
I'm paying
Like,
you.
I'm paying you. We go like I tell you how this goes, okay? You don't
Exactly.
tell me." So I like, whatever. I quit the class. Coco saying, "What's your Coco? What's your thoughts on the royal family? And is the queen woke enough to give up her diamonds and jewelry, or should she be?" Yeah, I think it's a waste of taxpayer money. What do you think?
Yeah, big time. I didn't even realize that taxes were going towards that so much.
People say like people try to do some calculation and say like they bring in tourism and stuff. But I bet you people will still show up to see all the castles and the jewelry without the people where I mean people don't get access to the people to see the queen and the prince anyways. They
No.
could like they would still show up.
Some
I
people are
mean,
really obsessed with them, though. I've met some super fanatics here in Canada, even. It's
yeah.
weird.
It's weird. Yeah, I think they should be get rid of them. Yeah. And they also been used by other countries to be like, look, it makes sense to have monarchy. United Kingdom with all this enlightenment stuff, they still have a monarchy. So like
Yeah,
just for the sake of getting rid of that excuse for other countries to like,
no kidding.
yeah, like I think it should be like, yeah, get rid of it, guys. Like what the hell? Like we were in the 21st century. You guys are still playing kings and queens. Like what the hell is up with that? You know. British Pakistani atheist saying the oh my god we're still under this. The martial race theory is one of the reasons why Pakistan wants Kashmir so badly but doesn't care about non-Kashmiri Muslims in India, as they mostly do not belong to the martial race. I don't know if any of this is true, okay, guys? Take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because we are not here, we're not fact checking in real time any of this stuff. Wait, I just lost a whole bunch of stuff.
What?
Um, the StreamYard just jumped down, and I missed my place, so I'm just gonna start at a random place. Okay. I'm just gonna start.
Is StreamYard the only
Guy,
program you can use?
it's the best one.
Oh,
It's the best one, guys. If I didn't read your question and it's just because it skipped a whole bunch, please ask it again. Okay. Why do communists support Islam generally, even though they are? I think we already answered that because of the class struggle symbolism in Islam is so useful. So useful. And Islam, when it's not in power, it always deals with class struggle, with the people in power. I mean, this is why communism managed to insert itself, rebrand itself. It's actually the same thing, Deborah. It's the same thing when it comes to race struggle and LGBT struggle and trans struggle, right? So you had Marxism, which was about class struggle, right? And when it comes to Islam being used as a way to talk about people in power versus people that were being oppressed, Marxism tried to come in and rebrand itself as something that could support this movement
yeah.
and use Islamic symbolism to, get create to promote some of the ideas that Muslims have against the oppressors that they were dealing with. And then when it comes to racial stuff, we had like um, Marxism all of a sudden rebranding itself using, becoming critical race theory, and all of a sudden class struggle turned into struggle between black and white, cis and trans, gay and straight, man versus woman, and basically all the theories that Marx had was rebranded to be used in a different way. So it's just maybe the flexibility of Marxism that could be used, because Marx, to be fair, as much as his ideas ended up not working, he was very good at explaining his theories in a way that was very, very convincing to a lot of people. So people then, when that revolution failed, instead of just throwing out everything, people just used those same tactics to kind of convince people of using the same strategies with their own struggle, right? So even though that's not popular, maybe you could resell it in a different way. So maybe the same reason why we're saying Marxism now, show its being used again in wokeism and critical race theory. Maybe that's what it was trying to do in the Middle East and many other places when it comes to Islam, and that's why we're just seeing the same thing repeating itself. What do you think?
Yeah, it's they're trying to find a solution, right? And
Right.
they see if they can take some of those values, right, and implement it in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's when it's if it's class
I mean,
if
those
Marxism.
ideas are appealing, right?
Yeah, but the thing, it was so
Like,
appealing, and the fact that Marx was a class reductionist does it is makes
mhm.
it other people thought like, why do we have to be class reductionists? These are appealing enough to be applied in other places, right? So maybe that's what happened. Right. You're getting cut again.
Maybe.
Um
Oh, yeah.
oh,
How is it
you're
still?
yeah, a little bit. Guys,
All right.
is she robotic for me only or for you guys as
Yeah,
well? All right, you're back.
I can't tell.
AJ, yeah. AJ is saying I'm talking about getting the right to see that not all people on the left are regressives or woke. Just make good arguments and don't worry about how the most people are going to see you the way they want to see you. A lot of people on the right, even though they're not alt right, they are motivated to generalize all of left as part of the woke cult. And you can fight back by just I mean, it just works, just correcting people and just making good arguments. It's not that different. Just like a lot of people on the left, even though they're not woke themselves, they want to see all of right as far right. A lot of people on the right are also motivated. This is a common thing. People want to look at the worst part of their ideological enemies and paint all of their ideological enemies as if they're crazies on their side, represent all of them. This is a common tactic. The only way to fight against that, whatever side you are on, is to just continue making the good arguments and continue pointing out, yeah, these crazy people, I'm part of this group, but these people do not represent me. You are generalizing, just constantly pointing that out. There's no other way, right?
Hmm.
Michael Sherlock is saying centrists are the lepers of politics. It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, here's one.
So maybe
Is it,
my idea of what a centrist is wrong. I just thought a centrist is somebody who's trying to be balanced. No, is that wrong?
okay? So you could try
Do,
to be objective and balanced, but maybe objective will lead you in one direction more than the other one, right? So, for example,
but do you have
I
to subscribe to one side? Is that what you're
no,
implying, or what are you
no, but
implying?
no, I don't think you have to. But what I'm saying that it might be true that one side is objectively more wrong than the other one. So
So
even
you
if you're
pick the
trying to,
right side. I
yeah,
don't know. I just don't know why people think centrists are so bad because you're
no,
trying
I'm
to be
not saying that.
fair. Not
No,
you. I'm just saying
yeah,
people.
right. I
I
think
don't
I see
know.
them as wishy-washy, like fence
Okay. Can't make
sitters,
up their mind.
can make up their
Yeah.
mind kind of thing.
Yeah, I've
But
been called super weak for changing my religion so many times.
right. I don't think that of centrists, as long as they're not okay. Whatever side you are, as long as you're not doing it because of um the image that you want to portray to society. But if you actually, if whether you're a lefty or a centrist or right wing or whatever, as long as it's like, hey, I'm doing my honest work into objectively deciding what is right and what is wrong, and this is where I land, I
Hmm.
think that's what you should do. Okay. But if you're like, oh, I'm gonna be lefty or a centrist or a right winger or Muslim or an atheist because I like these people and I want to be associated with them, then yeah, like that's not the right way to do it,
Yeah.
right?
Just a
Mm,
blind following and then just like yelling all the propaganda about it.
right.
Anyway.
Michael Sherlock is saying, F Armin, I'm always right and he's always right too, but only when he agrees with me, and when he doesn't, cancel him. Sure, Michael. I do not. I rarely agree with you, Michael Sherlock, so I don't even know what you're talking about. You're usually wrong about every take Michael Sherlock has had so far has been wrong. So I don't even know what he's talking about. But okay, sure. Um, we love you, Michael Sherlock. Don't hate it. Oh, this is our new member. Thank you so much. Communism leads to Putin. What the hell is it? Yay! Look, AGA and Soha are always here to thank our new members, so that's very nice. Marco is saying, "Is it possible to be an atheist and not love sex, drugs, and rock and roll?" I mean, I don't use any drugs,
Oh
so
yeah,
I don't.
like you
Yeah.
have to be a heathen if you're not religious, apparently.
What you mean? Yeah, hedonist? Is that what you meant?
No, I mean, yeah, yeah, that's what I
Oh,
mean.
right.
Like
Hmm.
bad
I
person.
mean, yeah, depends on what that means. But I mean, there are some people that don't like sex, asexual people. That's fine. You be you. Enjoy what you like. And yeah, don't do drugs. I don't think it's good. I might be wrong, but I don't think it can be good. Um
Yeah, you're right, Soraya. He's right.
Humility is for losers. Imagine somebody no, I don't think so. I think you could be skeptical and question yourself sometimes. That's okay. I am proud of my humility. Can you do that? Is that possible? I am. I am so
Yeah.
proud of my humility. I don't know. Is that a contradiction? That seems like. Thoughts on the existence of Moses? He seems to be a fictional character. It's really suspicious how he or the pharaohs he was against aren't any ancient Egyptian. Yeah, there's. I
I
mean,
know.
Moses is like, like there's not even an argument for like there's okay so on Jesus there's some arguments on whether all of him all of Jesus is fake or just most of Jesus is fake, right? And most scholars agree that most of it is fake, but there's something to it, right? On Muhammad recently there's been more scholarship on maybe most of Muhammad is fake as well, right? But on
It's all
Moses,
stories, right? Moses
I
is
mean,
probably just
M-
like freaking
Moses, there's not even a
mythical
debate.
stuff.
Yeah, there's not even a debate. People are like, yeah, there's nothing there. There's like zero evidence for any of it. So it's like that's not even a debate right now within
Islam, I mean, Muslims have told me that he was black. So it was like to prove that one of the prophets was black.
wait,
That's what I was taught.
no,
No, you weren't taught that? That's what I
no.
was. Yeah.
Who told you
I don't know.
that?
Thought it was known. Hey, what about, do you know how there's that one mummy that's supposed to be Pharaoh that's like still intact in a museum somewhere? Because there's a hadith that said that Solomon won't turn to dust, right?
Wait, I didn't hear about that. What is that?
There's some story, help me out if there's any Muslims here because or ex-Muslims, other ex-Muslims here about that know about it. There's a hadith about like it was Pharaoh or or somebody was killed and then there was Allah said that he wouldn't deteriorate and then he's in a museum. There's a mummy in a museum and they're like, "See? This is him." So it's like proof of what Allah said is
Um,
true. Maybe it's just like an obscure thing. I thought it was a big thing too.
no, I never heard of that. Interesting.
Hmm.
I keep learning things. You know, Deborah knows more about Islam than I do. This was good.
That's
Seriously,
because you were just a Shia, so you don't know.
I don't know. Is it common knowledge here that Deborah is an ex-Muslim? I hope it is, guys. Deborah is like a serious. She was serious. She was when she was Christian, like she was like serious Christian. Okay,
Yeah, I was
fundamental.
always fundamental.
And then when she was like a Muslim, she was like Hezbollah Tahrir, serious Muslim. Okay, How come you're not a fundamentalist atheist? Now you're an atheist.
Yeah,
How
I
come you're
think
not?
I'm trying not to become a fundamental atheist. I'm trying to be balanced, Armin.
So, so now you're going to be an extreme centrist. You're going to be like,
God
I'm
damn
done
it.
with extremism, so I'm
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
extremely
exactly.
center.
I'm going to be wishy-washy.
I'm going to
That's
be
my new motto.
extremely
Wishy-washy.
wishy-washy. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to
But you
make
could.
any decisions.
You're a fundamentalist centrist. Yeah. Okay, Marco. To get girls naked, I just played with the heat thing in my house. That's what. I mean, they just wanted an excuse, and I gave them an excuse. Katie saying you should watch the Philosophy Tube's video on the Queen of England. I'm not that motivated to do that. Okay, but okay, fine, maybe. I already have so many things that I need to watch. Michael Sherlock saying Australians pay tax to the Queen and we hate her. How dumb are we? Yeah, you guys should like riot or something. No, don't riot. I'm just kidding. Protest or something. Idris saying, how do you think writing has shaped religion? Would Judaism have survived against the Babylonian gods without writing the Bible? No, it wouldn't. This is why they were so obsessed with writing stuff down. And this is why I can't even say that. Abrahamic people, the Israelites, maybe I could say. The children of Abraham. This is why they became very, very wise. Because they were so obsessed with saving their religion that unlike other people, most other groups of people, you had like the upper class knew how to read and write, but the vast majority of people didn't know how to read and write. But with the Jews, I said it again, with the children of Abraham, everybody like they had to learn because this is meant of the saving. There were people without land and without an army. I think Deborah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Jays were the first people that managed to save the religion even without a land and an army. Because the whole idea of moving people around was to eradicate their culture, their people, their religion, their language, and everything. Okay,
But they
that was
stayed exiled together, like
they
as a
managed to
group.
save. Yes, like that was the whole strategy. Like, okay, we need to get rid of these people, so let's just move them from here to here, and they mingle with everybody else, and they will disappear. Their culture, their ethnicity, their way of life, their God, and everything will go away. And the Jays were like, we're not gonna let that happen. Right, and that's the first God that managed to get separated from the land. Before that, every god was tied to the land. The Persian god was for Persia, the Egyptian gods for Egypt, the Roman gods were for Roman. Even so, like it was so tied to the land that when the Roman soldier went to Egypt, they're like, who do I pray to here? What are the gods of this land? Right? But the Jays were like, oh, you guys move over here, and like, we're taking our God with us. This was the first time that a god was separated from a land.
But they're
It was
so tied to their original land now.
Yes, but for a while, this is how they made it a global religion. It became a
Okay.
mobile god, right? So they managed to keep it. I mean, it's still not as independent from the land as eventually Christianity and Islam became, but it became separate from the land way more than other religions at the time, right? They managed to keep their religion even though they were in Babylon. They were still like, our God is still alive, our God is right here, even though we're not in Israel. Like, people are like, what the hell? Like, your God actually moves from the land and comes out. Like, that was a unique concept at that time, right? So, but they needed to be able to write they were all over the planet, right? So they needed to communicate with each other. How do we practice? How do we pray? What is canon? What's not canon? They needed to write, like, how would they be able to, Idris, how would they be able to keep all the Jays around the globe in check with what is their religion and what's not their religion if they couldn't write this stuff down? The letters that they exchanged with each other is like there were thousands of letters between their rabbis, and before that between the priests being exchanged with each other to make sure that everybody is on the same page with everything. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for the writing. But very interesting. This is also interesting. Isn't it interesting?
Yes.
So
I never thought of
Deborah,
it that way. Good. That's a very good point, though, about
right.
the first separate it from the land. That's really, I can't think of anything else.
So Judaism was revolutionary in that sense that they divorced God from the land for the first time, but God was still tied to a certain group of people, to a certain ethnicity,
Mhm.
right? But it was Christianity, so it became a global, semi-global religion for the first time, right? Rather than a religion for a certain, it wasn't a religion for a certain land, but it was still a religion for a certain group of people, right? Um, but it was Christianity who made the divorce complete. So when originally Christianity was a Jewish cult, right? But then when the Romans became Christian, now you had the first time a religion that was divorced from land and ethnicity. It was the first truly global religion, and Islam copied that, right?
Mhm.
So now, out of the four major religions in the world, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and Hinduism, two of them are still ethno religions because they're still tied to ethnicity, and two of them aren't, Islam and Christianity.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good one.
I'm going to clip that part out.
Do it.
All right. We jumped again. We jumped
Sorry.
again. We missed a lot of questions.
Most of it was
No.
just saying how great Deborah is. Most of them, so you don't have to
Most
worry.
of them. Yeah, guys, say that, please. I late, but what? Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna highlight this for a second until we go here. Still waiting for the political compass from you, Armin. Deborah should take the test too. So, oh yes, we could do a You're wondering if you're a centrist or not a centrist. We could do a. Do you want to do a political
Oh,
compass?
I've never done that. What do you do?
Well, we could do the test together. Me, you, and Susanna. Let's do it all
Oh, crap.
together.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
going to get in trouble or something.
No, there's no wrong. I mean, there is every answer other than the answers.
There is a wrong answer.
Every answer other than the answers I give is the wrong answer. But most people think there's no wrong answer, so you'll be fine, right? But yeah, let's do that. That should be an episode where we do the political
Yeah, that'd be
compass.
cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're still talking about this theory. I don't know about this theory, guys. Why we could do? Okay, GVC. Would you rather live in a socially liberal communist country or a socially conservative capitalist country? Socially conservative capitalist. Oof. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I am. I think. I think socially liberal. I'm gonna be a poor person, but I get to do some of the things that I need socially. There are certain things I need to do. There are certain things I need to take care of. So socially conservative, I'm not going to be able to survive that. So I'm willing to be a poor person in a socialist country as long as I have my personal liberties. Yeah, conservative, like, yeah,
I don't know.
socially.
I think I prefer capitalism over communism.
You
Like
have
you
had so
have,
much.
you're able to, you're able to succeed if you want. No, am I?
Okay,
See, again, I don't trust my. I have
okay.
such a bad background.
Deborah, it's also it's a capitalist, but it's also socially conservative.
But that doesn't mean
Socially,
religious, right?
yeah,
So what
but
does that mean?
I mean, socially conservative is usually religious, but it's basically, if it's not religious, it's basically the same standards that you had to deal with under Islam and Christianity in your personal
Like
lifestyle.
separation of sexes and everything? Like
Yeah,
that? Okay,
yeah,
yeah, no, fuck that.
yeah. Exactly.
Fuck. That's what I said.
Right. And also men telling women what to do, what to wear, and
Okay, yeah, then no.
no
Obviously not.
LGBT rights, no trans rights, none of
Okie dokie,
that.
no. That's
Right.
what that means.
Yeah. Terrell saying the concept of centrism is also widely different from place to place. What we in Denmark consider centrist is essentially Bernie Sanders in the U.S. Yeah, that's why whether I'm a left supporting. Here's the thing: I'm in support of Enlightenment values, right? And in some countries that means you're leftist. In some countries that means you're a right leaning person, and in some countries that means you're a centrist. Okay, I don't know what that means.
I
I
said I'm
just
wishy-washy.
you what?
Sorry, is making fun of me because I keep changing my mind. I said I'm wishy-washy. I stand
Yeah.
by it.
I'm in favor of enlightenment values. Whatever that makes me, I am that. I don't know what this is referring to. I don't know what this is referring to. Guys, you need to tag Atheist Republic if you guys want me to read your comments, right? Hey Armin, can you recommend 3 places in the world an American atheist should travel to? Jerusalem, number 1. Rome, number 2. And Bangkok, number 3. Do you have any recommendation?
I want to go to Japan one day.
But this Mark is saying American atheist. I think like you want to also explore other
Yeah, I don't know.
people. Hmm. I mean,
I
if
don't
you're
know.
saying American atheist, you're trying to learn about other people. Are you Mark? I'm assuming he's saying that because he wants to know about other world ideologies
Mhm.
and dogma
I
and
loved
religion.
Hong Kong and I loved Istanbul.
Mhm.
The two
I love
places I
Tokyo.
absolutely I haven't been there, so that's Hong Kong was amazing. China was a nightmare. You really feel the communism when you're there. But
Really? Yeah.
Hong
I've been
Kong
to
was
China.
beautiful.
I don't know if can we still go to Hong Kong. There's the new
Probably
rules
not
made.
anymore. No, this
No,
was like 5, 6 years ago.
I really wanted to go. I can't go anymore. Sarah saying, as it can be used in therapy. I remember writing a paper about it during college. We're not experts, so I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not. How can young person promote secularism in a country like Pakistan, which was literally founded on religious basis? Don't! My God, you think we're gonna be responsible on this live stream for getting people killed? Okay, do not become. Actually, if you decide to do it, it's not because I recommended it. Okay, so my recommendation is like stay safe,
Yeah,
stay alive.
first,
But if you make a different decision, then you might become a hero or something that we like, but I'm not going to encourage that. Okay, so um the Bible doesn't even mention which pharaoh it is. Yeah, it doesn't, and there's some assumptions made that it's Ramesses.
somebody's trying to
uh
get your attention in the chat.
where to say?
Somebody with a swastika symbol.
Oof.
I can't say the name of the person. I don't think you're allowed to say that name.
Yeah, maybe tag Atheist Republic, you crazy person, and then I'll read it when I get to you. Okay, don't spam the live chat though. Don't ban him though, guys.
Yeah.
Don't ban him. I'll get to
Oh,
it. How can you do not ban him? I want to get to his questions, his or her questions, probably his questions. How can young person promote secular? Oh, I already read that. What the hell? Jesus was blackish. No, he wasn't. Okay, hold on. I really want to get to that guy, so I'm going through everything quick. Marcus saying, okay, this is a tough one. Would you rather be intimate with an unattractive and fat 300 pounds man or an attractive female cousin of yours? Female cousin for sure. Obviously. I'm not going to do gay stuff just because somebody's my cousin. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just happen to be extremely
but if
straight.
you're forced to make that choice,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just extremely, extremely, extremely straight. I'm so straight it's painful. Okay, so it's not my again. There's nothing wrong with being gay.
thank you,
Marcus,
Marco.
what?
Marco's being nice.
Oh,
Said I'm
Deborah
passionate.
is passionate about everything she does. I admire this quality. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I hope she becomes an atheist extremist at some point. That would be fun.
What does that
Yeah,
mean, though? I feel like I am already. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, they call me a radical atheist. Some people. So maybe if you end up thinking like me, then yeah. British Pakistani atheist saying, look up martial race theory after the stream. Why are you giving me homework? You know how many things I have. You know how many things are on my list to look up. You know, like this is my life chat is giving me homework.
that's why you get paid the big bucks, Armin.
I don't. When? um, British Pakistani anything posh boy playing the piano. Well, that was a long time ago. Hey guys.
Oh,
Okay.
look, Apostate Prophet's here.
No way. Is it? Is it a real one?
Yeah. Hey,
Where is it?
everyone.
Yes.
Love to
Yes. Oh,
you and your wife. You guys are awesome.
oh yeah. Is this the real Apostle Prophet? Yes, it is. Hi Coco Jasmine. Hi Mortupska. Hi Marco. Oh wow, Armin. Why don't you revert to Islam when you clearly know that it is the truth?
Only if you're the
Hmm.
prophet, Mr. Ridwan. I'll convert to that one.
Why don't I refer to Islam when you clearly know that it is the truth? I might though to get become a double ex-Muslim. Do you guys know how much?
Isn't that
You
the
know,
worst? Right? The
no, no.
hypocrite.
Actually, you know how much this channel will grow if Apostle Prophet. Maybe he's saying that because he's tempted to do it. He's just want me to do it to ease the process. You know why? Because if I know Apostle Prophet is already like huge, like his channel is like growing like crazy, but it would grow even astronomically higher if he just came out and said that, guys, have seen the light. I'm a Muslim now. Do you know how many Muslims? It would be huge. You know
Oh,
how much
yeah.
money? You know how much money he could make off of that. You know how much they would celebrate him and they will like promote him.
Yeah.
And I mean, as big as he is, like look at some of these Islamic channels. They're like huge, and this is like being an anti-Islam bigots, Islamophobe, spending his life to fighting Islam, all of a sudden seeing the light and everything, that would be massive. He
Oh,
would
no, he
grow so
converted
fast.
now. Look.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he said he's seen the light.
Guys, I've seen the light. I'm a Muslim now. Wait, is this a real apostate prophet? I don't even know. Yeah, it is. Oh my
Is
god, it
it?
is. Yeah, it is.
How do we know, though?
No, I see it on my YouTube live
Oh,
chat. It has
okay.
a check mark and everything. God damn. Wow, we lost our prophet. I didn't even, I blasphemed against our prophet. I should have blasphemed harder. Maybe he's just so depressed because I disagreed with him on something. He's just trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a video saying that he's wrong on something. He just looks up to me so
Oh, you
much.
broke him.
I
What
broke him. He
what
always comes and checks
happened?
my videos to see if I say
Oh, he got the
something
check mark because he reverted to Islam.
right. No, this is what
Oh my
Apostle Prophet
God,
does.
Harris Sultan's here.
Whoa, I've seen the light too.
Look,
God,
it's the best live stream.
wow. Okay, guys, this means that we're soon to become the only ex-Muslim. I'm gonna be the
Hey, I
only
listened to Harris's live thing earlier with the dinosaur thing. It was very good. Very good.
Was it? I
Guys, go
didn't.
watch it when you post it because I'm a
I
member, so I don't know if you saw it,
I
mister.
didn't click. It seemed boring. I saw it. I'm like, what is Harris? What is Harris on about? He's like, he's going mad.
Oh no, Harris, don't revert.
Wait, he reverted again?
All of Pakistan would love you so much if you reverted.
Oof.
Harris, you could be the new president of you'd be probably the Khalifa of Pakistan if you converted.
Why would Harris revert to Islam? I know why Apostle Prophet would, but I don't understand why Harris would. Yeah. Harris is so arrogant, he would never admit that he was wrong about anything. So I don't know if he could. He's not gonna come and be like, "Yeah, I was wrong. Um, Islam is true." Like he would never do that. Michael's saying, "I tried to listen to Harris Sultan's stream, but his Aussie accent was way too hard to understand." I've said it before. I can fool millions of Pakistanis if I said I'm Muslim now. No, Harris. Apostle Prophet would be able to. Harris, you wouldn't be able to do that. People could see right through you. No, you wouldn't be able to do that. Harris, you keep dreaming. No way. Right? Like people could see exactly when you mean something or no. You can't. Can you even pretend right now? Come on. Can you even pretend? You can't pretend. Should we? Yeah, let's. Oh, I can't even send him a Twitter message. I'm gonna send him the link on Atheist Republic with the Atheist Republic Twitter account. I'm still restricted, guys, on Twitter for blasphemy. I was restricted on Twitter for blasphemy on blasphemy days. Can you imagine that? Wait, we got a super chat. Hold on, let me highlight the super chat. Marco
See,
is
it's all
saying
you guys.
AP is right. Hooker, ooh, are so expensive. I don't know what you say. I'm just gonna leave this on while I go send this
Saying they
link.
converted because of the 72 virgins, because all you guys are guys.
I'm gonna send the link to Harris Sultan. Whoa, it's not even loading. What the hell? There's something wrong with my Twitter. I'm gonna send it to on Facebook and Apostate Prophet as well, in case they want to show up here with us. But okay, while that loads, I don't know what's happening. So I was saying I saw the dinosaur live stream. It was amazing. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go check it out.
Watch that.
Dinosaur live stream. That seems boring as hell. Was it really that good?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it? How could okay.
You have to trust your friend. Trust Harris.
I do not. I do not.
You don't trust him? What the heck?
We had some in Berlin, me and Harris Sultan, we had some disagreements on certain topics that I don't know if we could ever publicly talk about it. Like
Why?
we got into some spicy stuff, some really spicy stuff, like some stuff that could get you canceled like this.
Whoa.
Yeah. So where were we? Where's this neo-Nazi guy? This guy. What's your question? This crazy guy. What's your question? Is
He's
this
a fan,
okay?
so he's not crazy. A little crazy.
Does progressive moderate Islam exist? Does progressive moderate Islam exist? No. There you go. It doesn't. Any other questions? Oh, there you go. He's now yelling at us. No, it doesn't. Ex-Muslim, please help me. I helped you. I already answered you. Why are you just crazy though? What's up with your username and your
Fundamentalists will constantly fight back against any moderate movement. It's just a fact.
Okay, let me see. God damn it. Oh, here. I sent the link to Aris Sultan on Facebook. I'm going to send it to Ridwan as well, in case they want to come and join us, just in case. No pressure, guys. No pressure to Harris Sultan or Ridwan to join us live as a co-host here, but it would be amazing if they do.
Totally.
Okay?
The best day.
Taria! This guy's with the Taria, Deborah. Oh, God. Why do far right people all sound like each other? Right? Whether they're Hindutva or Muslim far right or this kind of far right, they just all sound like, or Iranian far right. Like sometimes I'm listening to the far right groups, and I should from Persian far right people, and I listen to their arguments, and like, do you guys like? How do you guys like? Are you copying like the far right people from Europe and North America? Because you guys sound exactly the same. You guys are making the. Are you copying each other's notes? Like, do the Hinduitva people like? Do they check in with the far right people in North America? And they're like, "Hey guys,
sorry,
what?
What's munafik mean again? Is
The
that
pretenders.
That's hypocrite, right?
Munafiqin, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if we all revert, we will be munafiks for sure.
Oh, Harry Sultan is saying it's too late. Oh, he's not going to join us. We don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want you here anyways. Do you think that Yaqeen Institutes are genuine reformers like Majid Navoz, or are they just whitewashing for political gains and in reality don't have a problem with Orthodox Islam? There is no such thing as a genuine reform movement. Okay, reform movement in Islam is a joke.
Those institutes are very Salafi. I attended a lot of that stuff. It's very fundamental down to its core.
No, but even I like Majid Nawaz's activism on many things.
No, he's different. But these like
no, I'm saying I disagree. No, but I'm saying I disagree with Majid Nawaz on this. Like, it's bullcrap. It's nonsense. Like Majid Nawaz is like completely wrong about this. Reforming Islam. Can you reform like?
I feel like it has to be something that has to be attempted, whether or not it works. I think as a whole, because Islam is so huge, I think you have to have that attempt. I think you have to see the attempts and the failures. I think that needs to be done. I think it's no. Yo!
Whoa!
Hello.
Look at he's too cool.
Holy crap! That person from look at this. Wow.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa salatu wa salam ala rasulina, whatever. Hello, what's up?
Hey, are you Muslim now? Can you do the
hijab?
Of course. I'm a Muslim. I forgot my skull cap and all, but I think I have a Quran here.
Wait, oh crap.
Shit. Oh gosh, I found a Quran. Finally.
Oh, it's a crappy one. It's just a translation by Yusuf Ali here, but
nice.
So no Arabic text, but yeah, I have a Quran here. So I'm a Muslim
now. Put your hijab on, Deborah. Put your hijab on.
Yeah, that's not Deborah, one, but I do have one.
Deborah, I cannot look at you.
Yeah, you better look away. Yeah, lower the gaze.
Please.
Wait, can you do that? Wait, I'm going to read this live chat and then you have to do the shot. Robert is saying, what is your realistic solution for the Islamic world? Look at his blocking you. Okay,
wait, I'm finding my hijab, brother.
Please, still, I have the right to believe.
I have to cover the screen.
Okay, yeah, your profile picture is with that hijab still.
Yeah. I cannot look at this. This is haram.
This is haram.
Yeah, if I was the prophet, I could maybe look at this and I could take you as my wife immediately without any procedure. Because, but the holy prophet, peace be upon him,
you can have many wives. You can have
had many wives because he was a potent prophet. Allah gave him power. He gave him the power to, to spread the religion of Allah, and because of that power, he was also very potent, which is why he needed as many wives as possible, and why Allah gave him the opportunity to have like 11 wives, have a child bride, and all that stuff. It was necessary for the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Oh,
sorry. I'm wearing earphones.
Oh my god!
So I'll put this here by mistake. I will change this as soon as possible.
This is so awesome. This is so cool. Oh my god. So we have okay, wait, Apostle Prophet, you're Muslim now. Is this a confirm? Confirming this line? And that's why Deborah is wearing a hijab, okay?
Yeah. So I'm respecting Mr. Brother.
We have this on record right now. So are you willing to do the shahadat here live on air with us?
I can do it immediately if you
do it right
wish,
now.
If you wish to.
Yes.
But before I do that, I want people to raise at least $5,000 for Atheist Republic in the name of me doing a shahada here online. Just kidding. Don't do it.
Wait, no, do it. That's a good
yeah. So the shahada. How does the shahada go again? I was never a real Muslim to begin with.
Okay, I'll help you. Okay, I'll do it. I know a lot of people are going to make fun of me because I have a Persian accent. Okay, but this is. Repeat after me. Ashhadu anna.
Let's do it together. That's awesome. So let's
do it together. Okay. Let's all three of us together. Ashhadu anna. La ilaha.
La ilaha
illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Welcome back to the faith, brother. Wait, I'm also a Muslim now. God damn.
Oh, I feel so much peace suddenly. All the peace is flowing through my body.
Oh my god, I feel so
way more honored now again.
Yeah. I feel very, 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 very amazing now. I feel like suddenly. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Oh my god, that's bad.
Subhanallah.
I think we're gonna have some fatwas now.
What the
Oh man, Man, that was intense.
You do ghusl with the Quran right there?
Yes, that was pretty intense, man. Oh, the Quran put a lot of pressure on my face here. This is pretty brutal.
See, Harris Sultan should have joined us. He didn't. That was...
I can't stop. I can't stop.
Oh, no,
Wait. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, we need to. I should have had. I should have made. Where is it? I should have made you bigger like this when I was doing that.
Oh, you mean like this? Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do this again, just for the sake of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
I can do this better.
There we go. There you go.
Oh.
That's like a whole new way of blaspheming.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, I feel very. I have a lot of.
Do you feel like a weight have been lifted off your shoulders?
Of course. I feel
Deborah,
much better now. I feel.
Deborah,
Sorry.
what the hell?
Sinning.
Oof.
I just.
Deborah.
No.
No, Deborah.
Okay, guys,
Why?
I actually. The flowing hair. It's like straight up nudity.
Man. Oh my
Okay,
God.
can we now leave Islam at the same time together?
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's make a new thing. Is there a saying for it?
Oh yes, let's create. So we have the shahada. We have the shahadat for joining Islam. We need to create something for leaving Islam. The unshahadat, the anti-shahadat. Deborah, do you have any suggestion? Ashhadu anna la ilaha.
Let's just say it in English. We don't need the whole.
Yeah, we're gonna do Arabic. We gotta do it in a different language.
I hereby testify that there is no God, and Muhammad was a false prophet.
Muhammad definitely was not his messenger.
Yeah, no, I feel false. Or actually, false prophet doesn't make any sense because all prophets are false prophets. But Muhammad was not his messenger.
This is just to leave Islam, though, so you don't make any statements about anything else. You just have to denounce Islam in this one. So this has to be an Islam specific.
How about this? I know. A wise man once said, "Fuck Islam." I know somebody. This guy. He said. He tweeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted my views on Islam. Fuck Islam.
Okay.
So how about that? I think that's all you need. That's pretty concise enough. Yeah. All right, all three of us together.
But it's not appropriate for younger audiences, so we have to make it.
We have to make it all age.
Okay.
How about fuck Islam up in the ass? Is that more age appropriate?
No. What about fudge Islam to make it more soft and fudge?
Fudge is good though. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, you shouldn't be young enough to be Muslim, anyways. I actually no. If you're too young to say fuck, then we shouldn't tell you to leave Islam or join Islam, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about sexual intercourse with Islam to just?
Okay, sure. Like sexual intercourse.
Islam.
No.
How about hail Satan? No.
No, but that's also imaginary.
Yeah, hail Iblis.
That's also imaginary. That's part of
Ashhadu anna la ilaha illa Iblis.
Okay, how about this one? I testify that Allah is not a god, or I testify that Allah does not exist, and I testify that Muhammad was an idiot. How about that?
I don't know if he was an idiot. He went from being like a nobody to being the king of all Arabs. So he kind of succeeded. He was like a pretty good entrepreneur in that regard.
Okay. Yeah. We have to work on this. We have to come up with something.
No, let's just say fuck Islam together. Can we do that?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Fuck
Fuck
Islam!
Islam! You were too late, Deborah. We have to do it again.
Okay, so there's a delay. Okay, let's do it one time. I think there's a delay in the internet connection. That's why.
Maybe.
3, 2,
2,
1.
Fuck
Islam!
Islam! Okay, that
That's
works.
all.
That works. Okay, wonderful. Now I feel a lot of peace now. I feel a lot of relief now. So
Yeah, I want to go have intercourse with as many people as like. I want to do sin. I want to sin. I want to go sin. I want to do all the sins. I want to do everything that is haram.
Well, that's what Muhammad wanted to do when he was a prophet. So I don't know. I don't really see the difference. He also wanted to have as much sexual intercourse with people as possible when he was a prophet.
Yeah, but
that's what made him a prophet. Yeah.
Yeah, but he wanted that for himself.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want that for other people, right? He wanted to give them imaginary things.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair
But
point.
no, this is why we leave Islam. This is what I'm told. Like, we only want to sin. And it's our love for sin that makes it. It's not because we looked into Islam and realized that it was the most moronic ideology ever existed and one of the most dangerous ones. It was not that. It was because we were like, I wanna have sex with people. I wanna eat pork. I wanna drink alcohol, and I
Gay
want to
clubs.
all of every. That's why, like, but Islam is in my way, and that's why we hate Islam so much, because it's just in our way of sinning.
You know what I also heard? A Muslim apologist told me that I wanted to leave Islam because I wanted to buy a house with interest.
What?
because interest is forbidden in Islam. It's haram in Islam. And I wanted to leave Islam because I wanted to buy a house with interest. That's what he told me. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Why would you leave Islam?
It's like all the slavery and all the women abuse. They were like, I could live with all of that. The abuse, the torture, the killing of apostates. But when they said no to interest, that's when they crossed the line. That was like, no, that's it. I can't do that. Slavery and beating your wife, that's one thing. But being anti-interest.
But I get it that he says. I get it when they say stuff like, "Oh, you just wanted to live your life. You just wanted to go and have sex and drink alcohol and this and that." Like these are things. You could say, "Yeah, that's why you left Islam, because you just didn't want to abide by Islam's rules. You wanted to go be lazy, have sex, hang out, and this and that." But because you wanted to buy a house with interest, why would you leave Islam? Because you wanted to buy a house. Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, since we have Apostle Prophet here and we have Deborah here as well, I did the blasphemy against our very own Apostle Prophet recently.
I have to leave.
Old video, yes.
Yeah, I did it. I disagreed. I wanted to make sure, because we had Blasphemy Day coming up. I wanted to make sure that I blaspheme against every single prophet out there. So I covered our very own prophet as well.
So what is this blasphemy about?
I said your tweet was stupid. The tweet that you had, you said. You said WAP leads to cuties, and I said that was dumb. I said that was wrong. So
good point.
What is the what do you do? You're a prophet. You're officially a prophet. What happens to people who blaspheme against you?
Well, nothing right now. I mean, at the moment, since I'm just a regular individual who also, by the way, is a legal resident in the United States of America, not even a citizen. There's not much in my power that I can do. But once I have a significant following, and once I have established enough people who can, support me, provide all the necessary logistics and everything, that I can have some authority over some region or over some people, I would have, of course, start applying certain rules and punishments. And I mean, at this moment, of course, it would be the most beneficial thing for all of us, for me to say there is no problem at all with you disagreeing with me. But if we come to a stage where I have a significant following that can support me in a reasonable way, then of course, yeah, he would be executed for
execution, full-on execution.
You would be executed for disagreeing with me, basically. Yeah.
Well, you're making a mistake because Muhammad wasn't this upfront about his future plans when he was during his Meccan phase.
That's why he is weak. That's why we can now look at him and we can say, oh, look, at the beginning he was like this, then he was like this. He was a hypocrite. But for me, you can't say I'm a hypocrite. For me, I will be honest and open about it.
He won.
I win.
So you lose because you're showing your hand before you become. He won. He conquered Mecca.
But have you seen my hands? They're very big. Look at that. Look at that. I win.
Which city are you gonna take over first? Washington?
I don't know. I have to plan. I have to look first into this.
Everybody has to submit to you, like Muhammad, when you take over their city.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he has to gain some followers first.
Yeah. I want to be.
Imagine him going around telling people like they are all kneeling and he's checking their phone to check like, are you subscribed to my channel? Like everybody's kneeling and he's just like people are going around checking their phone like, oh, execute this person. It's not subscribed.
Yeah. I call an Uber. I call it a taxi, and I get in, and then I'm like, hey, can I see your phone quickly?
Gotta make sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna go more of the way of Jesus. You're gonna get crucified.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I win in the end.
That's what religious people. Jesus was lost, and Christians go around pretending like he won. Oh yeah, I saw the video. You can you see? No prophet. No prophet could do this. This is the winning.
Yeah, no prophet could bend his fingers like this. See?
I don't know. You know if they could.
See?
I mean,
see?
I can't.
No.
I can do that.
I win.
You win.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys, go subscribe to That Busted Prophet. Okay, seriously, every single one of you. I mean,
his videos are awesome.
His videos are awesome. Every single
100%.
thing Islam related. You know, every time I want to talk about something Islam related, I'm like, has a Busted Prophet done a video on this yet? And then I go and then I go check. Like he has. So if I ever need a refresher on anything, like to just check his channel, search for the topic. There's a video. Get a refresher like this. I listened to it on double speed. It's a great resource, guys. Go check
watch the especially the thing about the Israel-Palestine conflict. It was very good.
No, that wasn't good.
That was so good for me, especially because I was like so biased with that.
Well, that video is also very biased. So I don't
think so. That was very good.
So
I'm being a blind follower of the other prophet here.
See, something just happened with me psychologically. Now that you were praising my stuff, I wanted to go ahead. I wanted to go ahead and be like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's all right. But now that you have criticized one of my things, I'm like, hey, what? Wait, what is happening?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, but seriously, guys, go subscribe. I mean, he doesn't need you know what Apostle Prophet thinks when we say go subscribe? Like, look at these puny little, these insignificant channels, thinking they're doing me a favor, sending me subscribers. Like, oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna get like a 0.5% of not even percent extra subscribers because I get a shout out from these guys.
No, I have to say one thing. I have a YouTube channel. It's a good YouTube channel. It's growing and all that stuff. Yeah. But more people probably know what Atheist Republic is than people know who or what apostate prophet is, because
not for long.
It is a thing. No, even if I have much more, the thing is, I'm just a guy who makes these videos. I am a guy who makes videos on a certain topic, but you have an entity, an organization that is known as the Atheist Republic. Everyone. Much more people, even if they don't follow directly, know about Atheist Republic. People know that there is this thing called Atheist Republic that represents atheists, that represents ex-Muslims, represents people around the world, and has done activism for years in this field. Whereas I'm just one guy. I could disappear in 10 years, but your name is like it is significant.
No, that's you both just have different methods and different just different ways of doing what you're doing, right? It's like
Yeah.
That's
it's a whole different separate thing, but like both
that was a
same goal.
apostate prophet's desperate attempt at being humble, but
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I admit. Yeah.
it's just like let me try to make myself look
Yeah.
insignificant.
Do you know
And
the first time I
Yeah.
even saw apostate prophet's name, it made me like cringe because it was still fresh to me. No, it was good though because it made me
yeah.
look at all that shit and
Yeah.
face it because it's so indoctrinated in you. No, it's good.
That's good to know.
GT's started an ex-Muslim boy band with Armin the vocalist, Rudman the guitarist, Harris the drummer, and Abdullah the keyboard. Wait, am I me the vocalist, the person with the
Look,
most
you're the
annoying
front man. Look at you.
voice? You know,
You're just the looks. You can just model in front of the band.
You can be like a Milli Vanilli type of
you can
deal.
just show yourself. Yeah.
No comment. Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, we are actually a nonprofit. You know, Atheist Republic just recently became a 501c in the United States. We were already a nonprofit in Canada, but now we're a 501c in the United States.
Ooh.
We don't know how to use that, but we are because So yeah, that means we pay no taxes.
That's funny. I was just looking at my desktop. Just a few minutes ago, you talked about how I said something about WAP and cuties, and I was just looking at my desktop, and I realized that I have a tab open in which I was looking through the lyrics of the WAP song because. And I did that before I even came to this live stream because I was thinking of something. I was thinking, hey, it would be a funny thing to make a WAP parody about the Quran. Called Web, and something with book, weak ass book. I don't know.
Oh yeah, do it.
I don't know, something stupid. I just said something stupid in my mind about the holes in the standard narrative of the Quran, which is a thing that has been recently coming up a lot. I thought, hey, that would make a good song. So I was thinking about that, but just a weird thought aside.
Hey, wait. So, by the way, if you're against WAP, you should also be against Sexy Kelly. Are you against?
I'm not against WAP. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not against WAP. I don't know why that is a thing.
You said what?
All I said.
Okay.
All I said was. What did I say? I said WAP. I said if you celebrate Cardi B, you will get cuties. It's completely not
like
that you get cuties. And I said, don't complain about the consequences of your actions, society. That's what I said.
Society.
But the thing is, sometimes I just say things, or sometimes I tweet things that I think about more deeply in the background, and I say something or I tweet something, thinking falsely that all those people who will be reading my tweet know what I'm talking about. But they don't because
you think we can read your mind.
Yeah. Sometimes I do that mistake. You know, it's something that sometimes happens. But then I think when I look at the responses to the tweet, I feel like okay, I feel like most people don't understand what I was trying to say, and that's my fault because I didn't make myself clear. So that's what happened there. I don't have particularly anything against WAP, although I think it's kind of stupid and weird. Because it kind of I feel like it's instead of empowering women, it actually kind of confirms old gender roles and biases and the sentiment that women should be out there whoring for the money by men and stuff like that. And I feel like, man, that's not progressive. You know, there's nothing progressive about that.
Well, it's progressive if men and women can do whatever they want with their bodies.
Yeah, but you know, do you want to advocate for things that kind of degrade women in society in front of men?
Sexy is not degrading.
I didn't see it that way. Because you look at the whole like rap genre.
We're putting him on the spot. Are you okay with this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I mean, I think like the what's missing here, okay, even though is it's the same. I mean, it's not missing; they exist. Like but such high profile things existing for women or great gay men, for men to be, sexually used for, other people to enjoy, and people, I mean, it's celebrating people's sexiness is not degrading in any way. I think this is like,
not.
I think this is a sex negative view that Abrahamic religion have introduced to us, and it's just stuck.
I think the problem is when women want to celebrate their sexuality and look sexy and feel good about looking sexy, they start being frowned upon like that, saying that like you're now subscribing to these old ideals.
No, look, the thing is, it's not about celebrating sexuality. Look, if Cardi B was just out there and shaking her ass and talking about how much she wants to have sex with these men, I would be like, yeah, fine, whatever. I couldn't care less about pop culture. But for example, recently there has been another celebrity, Doja Cat or something like that, and she was making these sexy music videos, and I was thinking about them. Oh, okay. Not stuff that I'm really particularly, fascinated about, but stuff like this was made by men for decades, and it sounded pretty shitty, to be very honest. And now that a woman comes out and does it in the same way, I felt like, okay, this is maybe good. It's women expressing themselves, it's women expressing their sexuality. It's good, it's nice, whatever. But then the whole thing with Cardi B and WAP is not about expressing their sexuality. If you look at the lyrics, it's about stuff like being a whore and using men and getting their money, letting men pay their tuition and stuff like that. So it is a whole thing that reinforces these old roles, where
which
men...
part of the lyrics encourage that?
No, what she's doing is drawing the point that sex work is not a degrading thing when women choose that as a job, because that's where women are looked down upon as whores and stuff when they want to choose to do a job that way. So I think that's what she's highlighting, because I think she was a stripper. She came from that.
But the song is not about prostitution, right? The song is just about
about women being proud of what they're doing and not having to be degraded for it. Like if they like to do it and make money doing it and pay all their bills doing it, why?
But do you think it's better for women to be to be independent and self-sufficient and powerful and live equally to the role of men, or do you think it's better that a woman says, "Oh yeah, I will dance on your lap so you can give me money and pay my tuition"?
Not all men and women have to be powerful. I think women should be able to be powerful enough so that one day they could have male whores. And we should have women whores and male whores at the same time. Not all men and
women doing what they want to do.
I just think equal opportunity means like some men would also be sexy enough at some points for a lot of women to pay their tuition just for them to be around and be sexy for them.
There's women that are very sexy and enjoy sex and enjoy doing that kind of thing, and it's a legit career for them. So
no, I get that.
So I think that's just something that they battle against a lot. It's because they're just looked down upon that way.
So the issue of prostitution, I feel like it's always a topic that I'm very conflicted about. Go ahead. Do you want to read something?
Make blasphemy great again. Super chat. Thank you so much, Pete. All right, go ahead.
So the issue with prostitution is that's one issue that I'm never really entirely sure about, because I think about it from two aspects, and I'm so conflicted about whether I should consider it something okay or consider it kind of disgusting, because in a way it is just women deciding to do something with their life that is kind of goes against the norms of the culture, and they can do that if they want to. It's fine, whatever. But on the other hand, I look at it as society embracing. I don't know if you have ever I went through I was in the Netherlands, where I spent an hour in this museum for prostitutes, of prostitution, this museum of prostitution, and I looked so much into the history of that stuff, and I felt so I don't know, sad and kind of disgusted by what was said there, because the whole point of the museum was basically about how terribly prostitutes are treated by society, by their clients, by men, how most prostitutes are in danger, how too many of them die on their job or because of their job, how they suffer because of their job, and how they can never find this big money and success and happiness which they aim for.
The way to
And
fix that is to get the control to them.
Yeah.
Take it away from the people like the pimps or whoever is running them and managing them.
still same.
And
It is very
yeah,
much like that. I mean, they are very much in charge. Like they are given in many of these modern countries, they are given their own spaces where they do their own work and decide.
but a lot of studies show that when you try to actually criminalize it and ban it, you actually giving power to the people that abuse these women and put them in very dangerous situations.
That's what puts them in
But
danger.
in places where they're empowered and it's legalized and taxed, they have access to a lot of help. They have access to doing it safely. They have access to protection. They have access to better information to know that this cannot be a long-term plan. That if they do not invest in learning other skills, at some point they're not going to look sexy enough to be able to. They need to have savings. They need to have alternative ways. Like that information is going to be. There's going to be unions and education centers specifically created for them, and they're going to be much more educated and empowered to know how they could use this as a side income, but shouldn't rely on it. And there's other ways that they need to eventually move into. Like all of that is going to be available to them if it's not demonized or it made illegal.
Of course. Well, the thing is, I don't agree that it should be criminalized. I don't think prostitution should be criminalized. I think it is kind of shameful of a society to legitimize prostitution, because I kind of feel like you are legitimizing a horrible behavior, like a something in society that is dominated by men treating women in terrible ways, which is mostly the case in prostitution. Most men who go to a prostitute treat women or treat the prostitute horribly. It is.
I don't know.
Citation needed.
Okay, citation needed. Whatever. I don't have statistics to back this up, but it's probably very, very common. I would say. Maybe, I don't know. I may be wrong about this.
Again, the way to fix that is
women wouldn't do it, right? If that was if.
Of course they would.
Why?
Women do it. Women do it forever, all their life, because it is a way to go. It is for them simpler to work this way, even with the pain they go through. But hey,
wow.
Hey. Oh my God, I'm so honored, you guys. Holy shit.
Please. Like I was in my bed. It's about 10 to 1, but I thought I had to jump in. I thought I have to put my 10 cents in. By the way, that Shahada was awesome. I think I missed it. Now all of you guys are double ex-Muslims. I'm going to take the excerpt out. And
my gosh, we're double apostates.
You
what is that?
Deserve double death penalty for you.
How do they do double decapitation?
Yeah, well,
you have to top that, Terrace. You have to top that.
Right. So this is how I was talking about. I was like, that is so. It happens to me all the time where I'm like, I've made a tweet and I'm like, why didn't I think it through? Or why people? I actually interpreted your tweet the way these guys did, and I was like, yeah, well, that's pretty stupid of AP to say that. But now you just said it. You're like, right, okay, I didn't interpret it that way. That's pretty fair enough, because now I'm thinking, and now you guys went into a different topic, and I'm thinking, yes, actually, that's very true. I actually don't like the lyrics because I think those lyrics are very typical of putting a woman down or feeding that negative stereotype. I'm all for sex work. I actually put up a video, should prostitution be legalized? On that, you're divided on that, but I'm with Armin and everyone else on that. The prostitution should be actually legal. Taboo should be removed. Adults should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. But with the song though, I don't think that song was about raising awareness that women should not be condemned or whatnot. I don't think it was about that. I think that I actually had to listen to read the lyrics as well. What you were doing, AP. I actually did that a week ago or something.
We could read it right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. The lyrics I thought were pretty freaking awesome. What's wrong with it?
Hit that dangling thing at the back of my throat.
A woman's like enjoying sex. What the hell's wrong with that?
We should read it like Ben Shapiro did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did he do that? Right.
Best. You got to watch him.
That was awesome.
That was like one of the best reviews.
Yeah, you know what? But I think it feeds that. I think it feeds that negative stereotype that how women are usually blamed for what they're blamed for. That's what like. Yeah, well, there you go. What?
Hang on. Maximize this.
You're gonna get in trouble. You can't read it out.
I said I said certified freak, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy.
No, you have to say
That-
P word. The P word.
No, I'm not gonna do it, Ben Shapiro. Make that pull out game weak. Whoa, yeah. Okay, so far it's pretty good. So far there's nothing wrong.
Go further. Go further.
Yeah. You fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy.
Nothing wrong so far.
That's fine.
So far, beat it up. Oh, I can't read that.
Why?
I can't read that. Can I read that? No, I can't.
Why?
No.
Just kidding. Don't read it.
As long as you don't have R in it, if you don't pronounce the R in it, then
No,
that's
don't read it. Just you don't need to.
Don't do it.
Beat it
I
up.
won't do it.
Beat it
You
up.
do it.
Beat it up. N word. Catch a charge. What does that mean? I don't get that. Extra large and extra hard. Okay, that sounds good. Put this pussy right in your face.
That part is fine too.
That part sounds amazing. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Okay, no.
That's
hop
fine.
on. Yeah, nose. I don't like getting nose involved. Hop on top.
Why you might sneeze at the wrong time?
Hop on
What a
top.
street.
Hop on top. I want to ride. That sounds fantastic. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Oof, that is best. You feel that. Okay. Spit in my. Oh no, I'm not into spitting.
See, that from that part, that sounds like the typical where you demean someone and you're like, you.
No, spit in my. There's no. This kink.
This is
shit-
part
you're
of
kink-
I know
it.
that.
This is like-
You're
I know
kink
that. I know
shaming.
that. No, but I know that. But if people are doing that in private, whatever kink it is for them, but I'm just saying that it just kind of demeans in that sense because we've
That's
seen
not-
that. Where
I know
people
girls
do that to
would.
demean
I
people.
know girls that would beg for.
I
somebody.
have no issue with that.
Yes,
Well,
typically,
honestly, there's no
I'm
problem.
I'm not into
Let's go.
Harris
spitting
is
on
the biggest
anybody.
prude here, apparently.
I'm still a Mulvey, I believe.
So far, I have no issue with any of this. But yeah.
Okay, see, wow, Apostle Prophet is more liberal than I didn't expect that than Harris Sultan. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up. Oof, this is my stuff. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. Okay, this is getting fun. Let's role play. I wear a disguise. Role playing is okay. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. What's wrong with any of this? Make it cream. Make me scream out in public. Make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't like that. I want my woman to cook.
That's like the biggest offense, you guys.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm against.
That's
Oh
actually
my
a feminist
God.
line in there. That's actually a very feminist line in there.
No,
Yeah, but
no.
if that's the problem the guys have,
I
what
will
the
not. I will do no pussy
Oh.
eating unless somebody cooks for me as well. Okay.
Oh my lord!
Wow.
Like
Wow.
if-
I didn't
Wow.
expect this at all.
If you want me to do all this work,
Now
I
we know.
deserve to be.
Armin's showing his true colors.
I deserve to be
I'm still a Muslim on the inside. What do Hindus say?
Yeah.
What do Hindus say? Once a Muslim, always a
Once-
Muslim.
Yeah,
It's in the blood.
totally.
like you can. You know how many
But
calories?
Muslims say
it's-
you've never been a Muslim, so
No, I mean,
Yeah,
come on. You
that's
can
right.
at least give me. Yeah. I mean, we're doing so much hard work. You can't even cook for us after. But let me tell you how I got this ring.
I don't even know what that means. What does it mean?
she's
Yeah,
probably
I mean-
showing a ring that she's wearing. maybe?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's the point? I don't
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
because
okay.
she's so good at it, this guy's giving her jewelry. That's what she's implying.
Is this a wedding ring or just like jewelry?
Probably just jewelry.
Okay.
It's a weird line.
I don't know. My cousin.
No.
she
She's
knows
saying that.
this
Let
stuff.
me tell you how I got this ring. I got
Why?
this
Yeah.
ring
Yeah.
because he gave it to me. I'm so good.
Yeah.
I'm such a good woman
Because
that he
she's so
put a
good.
ring on it.
Yeah.
Strange.
But
Like
That's
okay.
what she's talking about.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Oof, yeah, that's hot. Quick, jump out for you. Let it get inside of me. Oh, this is like. Wait, are these people not wearing condoms? I'm actually against this. They're not
Oh.
like they're doing a pull. They're pulling out, right?
Yeah, so they're promoting something we shouldn't do.
No, this is not. I'm against this lyric now,
Oh.
guys. Use
there
a
you
condom.
go. Right. he's
condom.
Yeah,
against it.
safe sex,
You-
people.
Safe sex, everybody. Don't
Yeah.
pull out. Doesn't always pulling out doesn't work all the time.
No.
Yeah. I tell him where
I had
to
two
put.
kids like that.
Oof.
It didn't work.
Oh my god. I tell him where to put it, never tell him where I'm about to be. I run down on him for I have a N-word running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip, ask for a car. Oh, this is the problem. This is the part that you guys don't like. Ask for a car. Ask for a car while you ride that dick. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to ask for a call while you're riding, like at the same time.
Why do-
I think maybe you should do
Could
it
be
before
dangerous.
or after.
Could
I
just
don't
be
know. I
like
think
the situation, and
it just kills the mood. Like you're having fun. And like, hey, I want a car. Or like, yeah, maybe not.
maybe
The
he
time-
just, if he's like really rich and he likes giving stuff, then maybe he wants you to ask for stuff.
Yeah, you
You
know,
never
some men
know.
are actually into like being used like that. You know, like
Totally.
that's what gets them like horny.
I'm
to
telling
actually
you,
get.
there's a
Yeah, but it
friggin'
saves
niche
the
for
man
everything.
though. Yeah, but it saves the man.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if
okay,
some men-
you
here's
don't
the-
think the woman's enjoying this too? What the hell? It's serving both. They're
Yeah,
both mutually being served.
the
Like
woman is like,
ultimately, she
I
is
don't.
enjoying
No,
that
look,
just as much.
I've already said that I got no problem with prostitution when people do it. I've got no problem with that.
this is more of a sugar daddy situation than prostitution, right?
Yeah.
Which is I mean, this is okay. Think about it. You could be a woman that like, look, I'm so good. I have such a great pussy that people are throwing out cars and jewelries at me just to go inside of me, and I love that. You could enjoy that, and you could be like, look, the man could be like, look, I'm so fucking rich
Mhm.
that these women are just like offering themselves to me and I could just throw money at them and they will line up and they're enjoying that. I mean, what's wrong with either one of those situations? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be in that situation ever because I don't have these cars to give out. But if that's what your thing, what's wrong with
This is so funny. I was just liking. I was just trying to find out who wrote the lyrics, and I see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people wrote the lyrics, including Cardi B and the other lady, and the others are all men. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 men and 2 women wrote this song.
Look at this. Apostle Prophet is going woke on us. He's doing identity politics.
No, but the thing is, well, first off, rap in the past used to be something that people that rappers actually write themselves instead of having like a whole group of people write down stuff.
True.
So I understand that this is not written by these 2 people because Cardi B is not known to be a very smart person. So it's probably completely understandable that there are other people involved in writing her text, just like with people like Ariana Grande or these a bunch of pop weirdos. But that multiple men actually write this text in which women are supposed to empower women by expressing their sexual needs is kind of weird, isn't it?
It's not weird. Men are just better at this stuff.
What? Wow.
Look, it has to come to that right away. Holy.
Deborah, are you sure you want to be on this guy's side?
I'm kidding.
I didn't say what side I was on.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Freudian slip.
It's just the Muslim inside of him there.
Once a jihadi.
He already made his mind up before he came, so he already knew he was going to give up some cars. Right
We can understand simple English too. You don't have to explain it to us.
Fine. Well, okay. Now I deal with Hindutva in my live chat. I'm not used to this level of intelligence. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy.
I thought this was going to be an Ask Me Anything stream, by the way. Now it's a WAP stream.
Yeah,
Yes,
now we're analyzing.
Wait, you guys don't like it talking about wet ass pussy? Hey, Mike. I think everybody in the live chat agrees that this is an upgrade from an Ask Me Anything. Okay. We'll end this here. Pay my tuition just to kiss me.
This line. When I heard this line, I thought, "What the hell, man? What is
It's the
this?"
same idea as the last one.
It's
Asking the ring.
pro-education. It's pro-education.
Yeah, she's getting educated while she's doing this. She's paying for her university. Come on.
Pro-education.
She's going to school. Isn't this woman empowerment?
I can keep
She's
going with it.
promoting tuition. Guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Next one is better. Next one is better. Not the line. The
This
next.
is great. That means that she's not depending on selling her pussy. She's looking for future. She's thinking short term and long term. Tuition. This is great. This is fantastic. She's like,
Fantastic.
she knows that she can't keep this up forever, so she's reinvesting her money into something that will pay her future in other ways. This is a powerful message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going. That next one.
On this wet ass pussy, now make it rain if you want to see some wet ass pussy. I look. Okay, really keep going. Look, I need a hard hitter. I need a deep stroker. I need a Henry drinker. What is it? Henny drinker? I don't get these references. I need a weed smoker, not a garden snake. I need a king cobra. I have no idea what I'm reading.
You don't know what she's talking about?
No,
He
wait.
knows. He
She's talking
knows.
about
Deborah,
She's talking about the dimensions of the organs. Yeah.
Okay, so what's wrong with this, guys?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't
King
get
cobra.
it.
Okay, I get it. Weed
With a
smoker.
hook in it, that's gonna hurt her intestines.
Okay.
Wait. do
That's
you
kind
want
of
me to
like
keep going?
Ben Shapiro's saying it's
I
not
get-
good
I
for
get
women to
King
be so
Cobra,
wet.
but what is a weed smoke? Oh, weeds. Okay, yeah, I get it.
No, but
You
she's
don't know what
saying she's saying not a garden snake, so she doesn't want you. She wants AP. I need a king cobra.
Yeah.
You get it now.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Bird.
I'll bring witnesses. I have to.
Prove it.
I will bring. Guys, don't turn this in. I will win this. You guys will all be defeated. Okay.
Is that why Sexy Callie is not agreeing to go out with you?
This is something that I keep telling these bigot Iranian people. They're like, "Oh, we don't have any Arab in our blood." I keep telling them, "You all all your wives should be thankful that we have Arab in our blood. You fucking morons, right?" So this is what yeah.
This is let's proceed.
He got some money. Then that's where I'm headed. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh
yes.
yeah.
Well, she
Next.
spent. Okay.
Read the next line.
Okay. Pussy A1, just like his credit.
Limit,
Wow.
yeah.
He got a beard. Well, I'm trying to wet it. I let him taste it. Now he diabetic. Okay, that's good. That is
That's
genius.
awesome.
Oh, like she's such a sweet pussy that makes up you. Oh, that's fantastic. That's
That's a
genius.
great
I
line.
don't-
Yeah.
That's a great line. I don't want to spit. I want to go. I want to gag. I want to choke.
See, now that's just putting a woman down. I think that's just eat this. You know, it's like just
She's just explaining how large she prefers.
What, Harris? You're
yeah.
She's just alluding to that part.
I don't. That's just that. I know because I know if someone enjoys whatever, but I think when you say it out like that, you just set the kind of roles. These are gender.
No,
roles.
but it's
like,
a
woman is
woman
there,
saying it.
a man
It's not
is
a
there.
guy saying it.
Yeah, no, but it's the same thing. But that's why so many women are actually upset about it.
What are you talking
What?
about? You have
Well,
no
if,
idea that people are into Harris Sultan. You have no. Wow. Is Harris Sultan like just a missionary kind of guy? Like, is that you have like
He's
you
practicing.
have no
yeah.
idea? Like, you have no idea, Harris Sultan, the things
Yeah,
that
you don't know, man. This
Wow.
is nothing. This is all
What do
just
I know?
going on
I
here.
know.
you're discussing
I-
like this.
I know what people do. I'm just
Right.
saying that putting it out there, saying it like that, that's just demeaning to a lot of women.
No,
That's
women
what I'm
actually. This is like the same, like
Yeah,
lame
women-
as women that like to get
Women are into
spanked
this
and
stuff.
stuff.
There's so many things people do that's perfectly fine, but that part is just I don't think that's I think that's demeaning to women because that just historically has a context.
This is actually
This has-
someone's Islam showing, not what I would
This has-
say. Okay,
This has
your own.
this has
negativity.
historical. That kind of language has a historical context behind
Which
it,
one?
and that's
Which one?
why.
Explain. Which one?
Mhm.
Which one?
This
Which
is
No, I
one?
want to gag. I want to
Susanna.
choke. I want to
Yeah.
choke.
Because
You know how many?
I don't know.
You know how many people ask me
You're
to
talking
choke them?
about No, but
I don't have an issue
why
with
are you
that.
telling? Why, dude? You know the same keyboard that you have access to. I have access to it as well. I can see
No,
what
I'm
people are
not
into as
talking
well.
about
I'm just
freedom.
saying
I'm
that that's
talking about
not.
actual
I am just
real
saying that.
women.
I am just saying that putting it out there, making a song like that, that actually just defines how women have been seen over the years.
I disagree. I think I'm not with Aristotle on this. I'm here with Armin and Deborah. I think that this part is not very demeaning to women. I think that this is actually just an expression of sexual desires that many women may have.
If she had said
differ, but
if she had said, "Oh, take a crap in my mouth," what would you have said? Would you have said, "Oh, that's too much"? Then
I would be like, "What
That's
the hell?"
different. That's
No,
different.
no.
But if you like that, if she's totally into that-
No. But there are people who
It's
do
not my
that.
thing, but you do you.
There are people who do that. But again, it's just like, okay, so if it's going both ways, then all right, maybe then you say, okay, there's some equality in that. But it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well. I don't know.
If you just don't like it, you don't have to.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. Dude,
Well,
I'm not saying that that's what I do or I don't do. I'm just saying that shouldn't be put out like that.
I only have an issue
By
with
the
the
way,
whole
this
money
is
and credit
great
card.
evidence that atheists aren't all pigs. Because look at you guys. Like,
Okay, so
I get, you guys are more prudish than I am
These guys
in
are
this
pigs.
scenario. I don't know what's going on.
Harris Sultan is just king shaming people. By the way, I know I interrupted the woman. I don't care.
King-shaming
So, Harris Sultan is king shaming people, but Apostle Prophet, huh?
King shaming.
You're king shaming people. Yeah,
People do whatever they want. People do it in private.
they
Do whatever you
They
want.
want to openly talk about it, and they want to make songs about it.
Respect women.
wanna
I
make
have
fun-
no issue with the whole sex part. I have an issue. I have majorly an issue with the whole money, credit, tuition stuff part because I
Because
just
it feeds
feel
the
like
stereotype. No, because it feeds the stereotype. That's what you have a problem with. That feeds the stereotype, and that's what I'm saying. This is also that's feeding the stereotype.
I feel like women. A popular woman should not be out there.
That means I'm on top of you. You get down on your knees and eat this. That's the stereotype that is feeding. That's what I'm talking about.
Some people like that.
I think that's all right.
No,
I think that's all
she's
right. I just have an issue with.
People can say, "Oh, I love my chains as well." So there's some people out there who are saying that, I want to lick the boots of black people because my ancestors did the other way around. People can do whatever they want. We can say whether that's appropriate or not.
True.
It's appropriate for people to celebrate their sexuality. It's
It's appropriate for people to take a dump in their faces as well. I'm just saying they can do whatever they want. I'm just saying that that's not appropriate at a major level.
Just because you don't like it, that doesn't mean it's not appropriate. Where are my sunglasses? I want to copy Apostle Prophet.
Appropriate as well.
Wait.
So I majorly have an issue with all the whole sex stuff. People enjoy all kinds of sexually different things. I don't really think I should be the authority on speaking about this.
Right.
It should be women doing this. But the whole money and credit card part, I just feel like it is kind of it is bad. It is disgusting that that these popular women are out there in popular culture promoting the idea that women should just be using men for their money, or should just be getting things bought by men, or have their tuitions paid by men. But that's not the message that this whole feminist idea over the decades was supposed to deliver to society. It's not a message that I would see as a man who has always kind of looked at these strange stereotypes and expectations of society with a little bit of disgust. I would not think that that is what should be promoted, that women are out there asking me for my tuition, for their tuition, or for money, or for good credit scores and stuff like that. I think the actual message was supposed to be in the empowerment of women, that women should be independent, that they should be strong, that they should be doing the things by themselves instead of depending on men. But this text just really presents that perspective, that the woman pleases the men and gets pleased by the men, and then that the men should just be buying her stuff. And that's kind of disgusting, isn't it? I mean, I just can't really think of this as awesome. I feel like this is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that type of lifestyle myself, but I know it happens, and I know like men like it just as much as the women do. Like in these scenarios,
I think it keeps women stupid. To be very honest, I think that's
not if they're paying for their tuition.
Women
not if they're using the money to pay for their tuition.
Of course it does.
No, they're getting educated. Look at this.
Now you want to. Okay, so you
Look,
guys think that
so
I'm
I-
about sex shaming or not? Hang on,
Look,
I've got another. Okay,
I brought this to show Harris Sultan that he's like, were you against Rihanna's lyrics, S&M, when he said, "Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Six in the air, I don't care. I love the smell of it. Sticks and stone may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me." Is that you're against this lyrics
that's
as well?
fine. No, that's fine.
They're talking about being tied up and being whipped.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
fine.
she's not being paid
I have
for it
no issues.
or
No,
asking
wait.
for money.
So Harris,
As long as
why-
she's not paid, I have
No,
no
but
issues.
no. Hang on. See, you're missing the total point.
Oh.
Wow.
There's no demeaning in that. There's no one is saying that, okay, feed the stereotype that, okay, you're below me, I'm going to just ram that thing in your face and I'm going to make you show.
She wants to be
Get
put
that.
in chains and
Yeah,
whipped. That's
we
what
know,
she wants.
we know that's kinky. That's not
Wait.
that's not like that. Whereas, dude, there are women. There are women who've actually died on that, on choking. You know, there are women who've actually died on that stuff.
Yeah.
Women.
Go Google it. But you want to you think you're trying to put me out as like, you know, some missionary kind of guy, but you want to the songs that I like. Well, actually, there's this song pretty cool. Have a look at this Nicki Minaj Barbie Dreams lyrics. Just listen to that one. Now she's actually reversed the role in that one in those lyrics. She's actually demeaning men there.
Mhm.
No, she's actually demeaning men.
I know what's going on.
No, but she's actually
Harris
demeaning men
Sultan is
there.
a sub. Harris Sultan is a sub. He wants
that
women to tie. You want women to tie you up and beat the
Oh,
crap
he's
out of
the
you.
submissive.
That's
part,
what
yeah.
he is. He just doesn't like
He
it
doesn't
when
like
the
being
men.
the dom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't like being
Right.
dumb. That's what it
Oh,
is.
But you can
The thing
say
is-
you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever
not
you
an
want. But I'm
insult.
simply saying, I'm not. No, I'm not. You can suck
I'm
me
not-
into any conversation you want. I would not share my personal interests or my kinks with you. You know?
I already
Don't
The
worry
thing
about
is,
it.
I mean, the thing is, there's also a background to this whole Cardi B issue that I think in the past there was a live stream of Cardi B where she came out and said that in the past she had to she would take men to hotel rooms and get them drunk and drugged and take their money and leave and stuff like that. And I think that is something that came out too. So there is a background to this whole thing that kind of, you know, makes people also think strangely about the whole notion of using men for their money or pleasing men for money and tuition. It's kind of weird.
You can never stop that. All you can do is to
But you shouldn't promote it. You cannot stop it, of course. Yeah, I would not like to stop.
Yeah, you
so
can't
many
stop
other
it.
things that I find
You
terrible.
can criticize.
what you can
But you
do
shouldn't
is
promote it. You know,
you can
can
promote it, the
criticize.
healthy version of it. Do you know what I mean?
You can
help-
criticize.
it doesn't.
But that's
It doesn't.
fine. I actually had a very passionate debate with some Muslim apologists about this. I don't know, Deborah, you were in that week. I don't know if you listened to that part. That was towards the end, that call where that guy brought it up, and then I was like, I had just heard vaguely about cuties at that point, but I still haven't watched it yet. But then he was arguing with me about that and about WAP, and he was saying this sexualization. I was like, I can't even understand whether that's sexualization or not, because he was leading to the fact, which AP's tweet kind of suggested, or so we thought, that, because we have grown-up women doing these things, that's why it leads to sexualization of children, because children are going to imitate. I was like, well, that's just bad luck. I mean, we can't stop grown-up people from doing whatever they want, because we don't want to infringe on their rights. So I'm all for that. But again, we reserve the right to say that, okay, this actually further, in my opinion, that further feeds the stereotype, because you could argue that if you read the lyrics of Nicki Minaj Barbie Dreams, I love that song. It was on my repeat for like, I don't know, 100 times. But that one, I was just finding it funny because she was actually giving it to men rappers who've been doing this to women for so long. Because women are just hoes and bitches. And so that part, that's the stereotype that I'm talking about. That if we lived in a perfect world where everything was fair, then fair enough. Maybe that wouldn't have that connotation. But now it does have the connotation. So I think, this is why I like Nicki Minaj more, because she's like, okay, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to put you down on your knees. Again, we should all be equal, but because under that context. But Nicki Minaj, the Cardi B being a woman, she's just playing in the hands of the male rap or the male fetish is what that is. You bitch, get down on your knees. You know, that
Not
kind of thing.
necessarily, though.
I'm like,
in defense of that thing, some
don't like any
women,
of them.
like, if they really like their dude or whoever they're with, they'll have no problem choking on that one. or telling
Right.
him to. You know what I'm saying? It's
Why-
part of the.
I don't like any of those people. I think they all suck, to be very honest.
Why can't
their
we
music
let-
their music's terrible.
That's why I'm a good old school, just a rock and roll kind of guy.
Why can't we have both? Why can't we have men?
You can have whatever you want. We have porn in this world.
Why don't
This
we
is
have
what
neither?
I'm-
Why don't we
No,
have
why
neither?
can't?
We can have whatever.
Why don't we
No,
have
why
neither of
can't we-
those? Why don't we just stop promoting men who want to have bitches and bows and whores? And why don't we stop promoting women who want to be whores and use men for doing that? Why don't we just
Okay,
just put both of them out of the picture because they're
Okay,
How about just
ridiculously
letting people
stupid?
do it if they want
Alright,
to do it?
Are you guys okay? So Harris Sultan.
No,
at least,
I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to do it. I'm saying we should stop promoting them.
No, because maybe we
No.
get. I've learned a lot of the things that I'm into because people were
Right.
celebrating it.
Hmm.
Right? I wouldn't have known that I'm into it if other people weren't
Really?
celebrating it.
We
It's
shouldn't
not
be
like-
either.
We're not
Did you try?
forcing it on
Did you
anyone
try?
either.
Did you try a dildo up your ass because you got popularized or something? What are you talking about? I mean, there are things that you know, or the things you don't know, and this is you don't discover these things on national TV or something. You do it in your bedroom and you find out what place.
You can't try everything. You have to.
What is it,
Other
yeah?
people need to.
That's what.
Wait, have you tried everything?
How
Have you tried
enlightened
to
are
look
we?
up your ass?
Everything-
How enlightened are we?
Dude, everything I like, yeah.
Okay, so how do you know if you like things? If some you've tried,
Because
you don't
dude,
know
we have-
something. You don't know some things if you like
no,
it.
because we have. No, this is the thing, right? So this is what I don't understand. Why people actually also
Alright,
why
Harris,
do
at
they
least
get-
Apostle Prophet. At least, even if I disagree with him, at least he's consistent. Harris also,
I'm
you're being a
consistent.
hypocrite because
I'm not being a
no,
hypocrite.
you're being a hypocrite because you're like
Wow.
you're saying for people can put out like
There's
if women-
porn.
Let me answer. Let me not porn.
Answer.
Okay? Let me say something. Okay.
Oh,
You
Susanna,
are-
oh my god.
What's up? I heard we're
Right.
talking about using men.
Yeah.
now it's
Female power
turning
here.
into an orgy. Now it's turning into an orgy, right?
Okay, Susanna.
Stop it,
Harris Sultan is celebrating women putting men down and sexually dominating over them, and people.
Context.
And
No.
that being celebrated openly publicly, but he doesn't. He thinks we shouldn't publicly celebrate men dominating over women and like putting them down and like shoving their dick in their faces
Women.
or something. Well,
If it's
or
women say-
consensual.
or,
Women
or
say-
like or like spitting on them or celebrating that, he thinks
Take
that's
a dump.
that
What a
is
conversation! What a
That-
Take a
conversation!
dump in their mouth.
and
You're
I
from
don't
all
think
of
it
these.
has to come to taking a dump. There's like a difference
No,
between
because
I
it's
think
sucking
that's
on a
I
thing
think that is
and having
I
a
think
crap
that is
in
his
your
I'll
mouth.
tell you- I'll tell you why.
There's a
Because
big
it's just-
difference.
because it's just that one step further in demeaning that, and I know that there's porn like that as well. I remember watching that in
I
high school.
think-
Or something. Like,
I think Harris
disgusting.
Sultan. I think
Okay.
Harris Sultan wants
I saw
somebody
that.
to come dump on his face. That's what he's saying.
I saw that long ago, and I was scarred for life. I was like, wow, what amount of money can you do this for?
This is
And-
why we
and
need
then-
Islam. See,
Yeah, we need Islam.
That is the conclusion.
I
We
got-
need Islam. Muhammad Hijab watching it. He
Why?
is just loving it right now. He's
Yeah.
like,
Muhammad-
yes, degenerates need that. This is why
I know,
they need
really.
Islam.
Actually, guys, maybe
Let's
they
talk about
have a
golden
point.
shower.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all give Islam another chance.
Yeah.
But Susanna, as the Susanna is bi. Okay, so she could speak
Oh.
for all sides. So settle this for her.
all sides.
hi, Susanna.
She's
by the way.
also the most.
Hi,
pretty, apparently.
AP. I can't. This is how I get to meet him.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is
Sweet.
the best.
What the hell?
I literally just woke up like less than 5 minutes ago.
You saw it. We converted to Islam and then we apostatized. I wore hijab and
yeah.
everything.
I'm
You
gonna
missed
say-
it.
Oh
I
my
think Harry-
god! I was talking about how I should say the Shahada. And then
You missed. Oh my
I
god.
think honestly, I think Harris Sultan is seriously considering converting to Islam after today.
Yeah.
At least it is.
Like not
Did I
even
start
joking.
listening to Quran again?
Okay, no, but Susanna, is it demeaning? Is it demeaning to women if we publicly celebrate spitting on women and tying them up and shoving our dick in their faces and stuff like that,
Making them
and
gag,
making
making
mu-
them,
and
making them,
choking them and choking
making
them?
them beg for air. Please give me some air, please.
Yes.
It's just bad.
If we like celebrate that kind of kinky stuff, is that demeaning to women?
If it's consensual, no. If it's consensual, no.
Because she's the one asking for it in the song. She's
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
She's just feeding the stereotype. I'm just saying she's feeding. This is why I'm saying when Nicki Minaj is doing that, it makes sense. It's like, okay, you're trying to give it back to them. But now this is like, I don't know, this is like a woman saying that, yeah, do it. Again, I'm fine. They can do whatever they want. But I'm just saying preaching that and portraying it, I reckon in the context, it actually kind of puts women down. In the same context, as I said, where some people say, I wanna lick black man's boots. It's because this is Stockholm syndrome, and that's
Okay.
Again, not doing that, not doing the act. I mean, people can do whatever they want, but again, saying that out in song when you know that you have an influence on that, when you're contributing to this popular culture. And it just feeds the usual stereotype.
I think licking a black man's boot, if that's your kink, I support it. And even, but if that's because of white guilt, then like I don't support it. Okay.
Yeah.
But if that's your kink and you want to publicly celebrate that as well, I was like, yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, you do you. So I support the context matters, right? So you're trying to compare this to something else that we are all against, right?
No, I'm simply saying that because in the context, women have been put down, saying that this is your job, get down on your knees. That's the kind of stereotype that has been given to us for many, many years, and I think women have actually done really hard work to show we're more than that. Again, you do privately, whatever. The guys do guys do things as well, so that's not a problem. But again, in the context publicly, it feeds the stereotype. That's all.
Okay, Susanna,
I have to say something. This whole conversation was not why I made that tweet about.
Look where you're tweeting us.
Look what you did.
Look what you did.
It has nothing to do with all of this, but go ahead.
This is your doing. Okay, Susanna, all eyes are on you. No pressure.
Armin, you're terrible for bringing me into this conversation.
Okay.
And you know exactly why. You're terrible. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with if a woman is celebrating wanting to do that, like, go for it. What's wrong with that? That's awesome.
No, he's not. Okay, let me steelman him. He's not saying there's anything wrong with it. No, okay, yeah, but I'm going to explain. He's not saying there's anything wrong with it, but he's saying like somebody with such a massive audience advocating for that and celebrating that has a negative impact on the role of women in society.
Consequentialism. Think about consequentialism.
Right.
Think about consequentialism.
So see, Aris, I get you. I get what you're saying, even though I think you still think you're an idiot. But
I don't know. But I think as a woman,
I disagree.
I think as a woman, seeing the woman saying that is like a good thing for women.
Yes.
It's not like a man going out and saying that would feed the stereotype.
Yes.
But a woman going out and demanding it, it's like, F you guys. I want this right now. I don't care what anybody says. I like this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I refuse to apologize.
That's like more empowering for women. It's like, I don't care what you think about this. Like this is what I like and I want.
If I want to be choked, I want to be choked. I'm not going to apologize.
This is why I keep bringing up that example that some people might have a kink of getting crapped in the faces. Would you be like, yeah, make a song about it. Go for it. Make a video about it too.
Susanna, I have a question.
Are you
I'm bringing that on purpose.
No,
Susanna,
but
are you uncomfortable?
But that's not the same. But you're just saying that.
Where are we drawing the line? How are we drawing the line?
But you're comparing it to how women are treated as being on their knees, and this is the same act. You're throwing in pooping in their mouth.
No, it's the stereotype. It's the stereotype that I'm saying that this is what it has a historical context behind it. As I said, like if there was, let's just say there was no such vision in any human being's mind that women are. That's how women should behave. This is what a woman's
There's
role
no
is.
should. There's no should.
I have to read. Someone, Pyro Kitty Cat, made a comment about BDSM, and then Murtad Skeptic said, "My safe word is the Shahada."
That's going to be my new safe word. There you go. Perfect.
This idiot is trolling me, saying consent, Harris. Duh! I know what consent is. Where did I say that? No, you can't do it, even if you agree to do it. What the hell are you guys talking about?
Susanna, I have a
Why can't
question.
you
But you
I-
just
I-
think we
I have a
shouldn't be
question.
promoting it. That's all.
No, again, yeah. Well, which one, Bo?
I
So
have,
again, see,
I have a question.
Do we draw a line of choking, or do we draw a line of crapping in the face? I'm sorry for using a crude example, but I'm using that because they
Neither.
all have. No,
Yeah,
what?
neither.
Which one?
No,
I-
both of them should be okay.
I have a
So
question.
make
I have a
a song
question.
about it, and it should be
It
fine.
probably will be in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm
all
right.
guessing there will be.
Wait,
stuff
I,
Plus-
like
guys,
plus-
guys, I have to
okay,
answer
question.
I have to answer my prophet. My prophet is calling. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
it.
I
He's
am
a
honored.
Muslim.
I'm,
Not a white.
so,
Not
so
a white man.
the topic at the beginning was about the whole lines in that song that are about money, you know, where they say, pay my tuition just to kiss me, or, you know, A1 like your credit, or buy me a car and stuff like that. So about Cardi B and that other woman, basically pleasing men and being pleased by men, and the men then taking the role to pay their tuition and pay them money and stuff like that. So it's kind of the whole financial gender role stuff, and that's what I had a problem with when it comes to this song. That this whole this distribution of roles where men pay for the stuff of women should not be promoted. What do you think about that as a woman here?
You should be backing me up. You and I are talking about exactly the same thing about the gender roles. Well, you're just
Well,
like, yeah, no, hang on.
guys.
But anyway, you go for it.
I don't think you guys are familiar with Megan Thee Stallion's work. So I've been a fan. She calls her fans hotties. Okay, I've been a hottie for years. I love Megan Thee Stallion, and she explicitly talks about how one of her favorite rappers growing up was Pimp C, and she would listen to Pimp C, who you can tell by the name, like his music is about being a pimp. It's about owning women, like to the extent that they pay him with the money that they earned by going and having sex with other men to go have sex with him. Like, that's the level of domination we're talking about, and how he's cold, he's icy, he's fresh. And that was her favorite rapper. And she was like, wow, this is really good music. These beats are awesome. His lyricism is amazing. But it would be dope if a woman was saying that. So this is the whole point, is that she is trying to reverse that domination and reverse that hierarchy. She thinks,
But I feel like
why is she not dominating the man, though?
I have such domination over you. You want to pay my tuition just to kiss me.
Yeah,
have
still a
such
gender.
domination
over
That's
you.
the same.
I feel like whatever the intention and whatever the background to that is, although it indeed sounds interesting, I didn't know that background. It is still out in the public. If you read it and if you listen to it, it kind of enforces the whole thing that a woman, you know, pleases the man and
material wealth.
And the man basically pays her tuition.
He is submitting his financial capital to
But that
her.
should not
Men
be
have
the
always
thing.
done it.
The
That's
woman
the
should have her own
stereotype.
financial. You know, the woman.
That's the stereotype.
the woman
That's what
should
men
not
have always
depend on-
done.
Yeah, the woman should not depend financially on the
That's
man.
not something
The man should
revolutionary.
not be.
Men have been doing this for thousands of years.
There's nothing about her.
I agree.
Get laid with me,
It's not.
and I'll go do this. You know,
It's
I'll
her
do this.
bragging
It's
about
not
how good
about
she
her.
is, though.
It's not about her.
The
depending-
women have been that good for thousands of
Right,
years. There's nothing special
right.
about it.
It's not about her depending on him financially. It's never about her depending on him financially.
Okay, I can make my
Listen
final.
To her lyrics. It's she is good. She's got it. She does it because she wants to. You guys must not know about the financial domination kink. Like, this is a thing, because in our society, one of the ways that men are most valued is through their capital. So the act of submitting your capital to another is itself its own fetish. That's
Okay.
how much of a submission it is.
So I think there are many things in society that I find personally stupid and counterproductive. That is one of those things that I would here find completely stupid and counterproductive. But would I say, hey, we should ban that? No, I would not. I would say, hey, go ahead, do whatever you people do. I just find it very stupid. You know, that's
a
what how
reality.
I would think. That's how I would think about that. But
is it stupid that your favorite color is
that's
black?
no,
come on.
that's completely different. That's completely uncomparable.
I mean, you don't choose
Of
what
course
you're
you do.
into.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I didn't choose. You guys chose.
No, you can
No, I
choose your
definitely
sexual
did
pleasures
not.
and your colors and all that stuff, but you can choose whether you think that men should, that there should be this financial gender
That should
separation.
here. It's what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy.
I think
There's
it's
no
stupid.
should.
Yeah,
Well, the
but
thing
there's-
is,
but
what you
there- but
publicly
there's
enjoy
a whole
promotes that
consequence to that
sentiment
thing,
into the
Sarah.
public. So it promotes specific sentiments to the public.
Not if you're not into
care.
it.
It,
Not
of
if you're
course,
not into
of course, of course.
There's consequentialism. I
this is
mean,
how
there's a
things
whole
work.
school of
I don't
consequentialism
care.
behind it.
I don't
Come
care. If,
on.
Oh
I don't care if
my
Cardi B and Megan, whatever her name is,
Can't
enjoy that
dismiss
stuff. I don't. I
consequentialism.
couldn't care less about what they enjoy. What I care about is that they put this stuff out there and thereby influence society to act in this way. I find that stupid. I feel like, hey, be
So
quiet
what's
over
the
there. You know?
solution? Are we supposed to filter them?
No. I'm not
No.
suggesting any censorship at all.
That's
Never,
just the beauty of
ever,
humanity.
never,
That's
ever.
the beauty of human
I think-
society that we
I think
just
it's
condemn
stupid.
it.
That's
Right.
it. I think
Yeah.
it's stupid. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing else.
That's
That's it.
It's just
That's it.
simple.
I never said it should be censored.
Okay, but
Yeah, nobody
what's the
said that.
difference- What's the difference between what you guys are saying and me enjoying a movie and you thinking it's stupid and you just
That's
don't?
fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so-
art.
But don't consume it. Why? What
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
What?
No, well, we're allowed. There is a whole industry called movie critics.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
we
so
can
we
all-
can criticize it.
When you use the word should, you don't. When you say it shouldn't be public, right? That's more than just being a critic, right? Like
No.
if I go watch Jumanji and I'm like, what the hell did I watch? I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say like this shouldn't have become a movie because I know there's a whole bunch of other people that are enjoying
No, but you
it.
would say that Rock's character should not have done that. He should have done that. Of course, that's what we do. We're humans. We actually, we do comment that.
I would
You've
say
never-
I would have enjoyed it if it was like this. I'm not saying, but I know a whole bunch of other people that liked it. I went with people
Oh,
that.
so at that very moment, you're actually thinking about the millions of other people who've actually liked it, and not the 100,000 people who haven't liked it. So because 100,000 people haven't liked it, they shouldn't say that. Oh, I don't think Rock's character should have stopped the car with his two hands or something. What are you
No,
talking
I'm
about? You're not
saying
allowed to
I-
say you shouldn't.
No. I didn't say. Did I say you shouldn't be allowed?
You said you shouldn't say shouldn't.
No,
Oh no.
I said language. I think the language would be better if you say like I didn't like it. I would have enjoyed it more if it was like this. But if you demand that society acts in a certain way
come
because
on.
you're making a demand, you're like, oh, this
Nobody's
shouldn't-
putting a gun to it. No one's putting a gun to it. I hadn't
Do
even
you?
thought about
Do
this
you?
song. I hadn't even thought about this song until AP turned up, and I was like, yeah, okay, he made a good point. There are some stereotypes. There's some stereotypes that are there that have been there for thousands of years. And women have actually worked really hard in getting rid of those stereotypes. And women said, no, we're not confined to the kitchen. Yes, she could have said, I love see you go to work, you come home.
She said, I'm not gonna cook.
I'm cooking for you at the, like whatever. She could do all of that crap.
I'm not gonna
Don't take any. Don't, yo.
We should make a
don't
rap
take
to
any
promote
rap lessons,
that.
Robert.
Barefoot and naked and pregnant in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I have to say that this whole gender roles that was not what my tweet was about either. My tweet about
Yeah,
and
what was it about?
it was not about that at all. It was
How
just
do we get
something
from
very
rap-
simple.
Okay,
But
how do we get from rap to
I will explain it, but can I quickly say something to the whole color and taste stuff? Can I quickly say
Right.
something? So you said it's like me saying I like blue and you saying I like yellow, for example. But I would say, I cannot sit down and say, hey, you idiots, why are you supporting blue? It's stupid. Don't do that. It's harmful. I couldn't do that. But, I think about a movie that I watched several years ago. It's called Irreversible. It's a French movie. When I sat down and watched that movie, I just felt horrible inside because in the movie there are such explicitly brutal scenes of violence for no reason at all, where some guy beats someone's head in with a fire extinguisher, and a woman is being sexually assaulted in the most brutal way in a subway or something like that. And I watched that movie and I thought, okay, maybe you were trying to give a message here, but it looks like much of the stuff that you did just causes nothing but fear and hatred and anger in people who watch it. I personally think, okay, this is art, but I would never sit down and actually support this and donate to the production of this movie, because I think movies like this should not exist. But should it be censored? No. Look, the distinction here. Should it be censored and banned? No, absolutely not. There should be complete freedom of expression. But I think personally that shouldn't be promoted. So I would not support it. On the other hand, there is a movie called In Time, for example, which is a beautiful movie. Everybody go watch the movie In Time. And I was it called In Time? I don't know.
Human Centipede.
No.
Oh no, that's like
There is a beautiful movie
Wow.
that just promotes
Should
very
it be there,
beautiful
Deborah?
sentiments. I would completely
I can't
support
handle
it.
it.
So these are different things, like there is stuff that promotes very terrible stuff in society that I would never want to support, and good stuff that I would love to support and promote. And I don't believe in any censorship, but that is not comparable to liking and disliking different colors. And that's kind of what is happening with the whole WAP thing here, what my problem with that is. But
Okay,
again, this has nothing to do with the whole tweet about WAP and cutie.
Okay, how does it lead to cuties then?
That's a completely different issue. We'll get into a completely different discussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Terrell is saying congratulations, AP and Harris Sultan. Apostate Prophet and Harris Sultan.
I have never said that sexual expression leads to demeaning women. That's not my point at all.
I nailed it though.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
how
feel
do
like
we get to cuties?
Armin
That is a
and
massive
me
straw
are the
man.
most sex positive people here. I think
That's a
Deborah is with us.
that's a massive straw man. Demeaning women.
It is.
So
It is.
as I said, there are positions that I can think of right now that could be demeaning to you as a man. That could be demeaning to as a woman. It could be demeaning to me. It could be that could be demeaning, and that would serve every stereotype there is out there. That would, but so that doesn't mean that you can equate my demeaning argument with the stupid Hindutva argument that just because she's winking and has a tongue out is demeaning.
You guys have a little bit of Islam left in you still.
I have to correct something. The movie that I mentioned was not In Time, but About Time. The movie is called About Time. Please watch that
About
movie. It's
Time.
beautiful.
Okay, but
Wait.
how do we get? Okay, go Susanna.
But if it's demeaning, does it make a difference to you if it's consensual or not?
No, they're people consensually. They allow things to themselves. But again, privately they can do whatever they want. But if they're actually sending a signal out there, they're popularizing it. Not everyone has to like it.
No, you're right.
Well,
Not
this is
everyone has to
different
do
from. This is different from.
I
What
don't
you
have to
said
like
earlier.
it. I don't like it.
Nobody
I think
said
that's
you have to
demeaning.
like it. You said
don't-
it should,
you're saying it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
You're saying that.
I'm
You're saying that
you
I shouldn't be able to say that it shouldn't be. I mean, I'm allowed
Yeah,
to say it shouldn't be there. I don't
Okay,
think that.
go-
I
fine,
don't
say
think
it,
Cardi.
say it.
I don't
Great, go.
think Cardi B should have written those lyrics. Or
Okay.
like that.
So I think people can live their lives in any way they want, and they are all equally valid. If someone wants to live their life and spend it on making society better and thinking about things, that is just as valid as somebody spending their whole life in entertainment and whatever they want, however they want to live their life. I have no issue with that at all. I would
Can
think,
we-
from my perspective, I think that is stupid, and I would not promote that. That's all.
Don't worry. I'll do the promotion. I'll spread degeneracy across the land for all of it.
Okay.
corruption in the land. That's a fact.
Yeah, see, that's my mission according to Quran. All right, I need to do my part. I need to spread. But again, how do we get from WAP to cuties, though?
Okay, the point there, I don't even know if I can explain it. As I said, I tweeted that because I was thinking about something in the moment. I tweeted it, and then I realized, I didn't really explain this. People completely got this wrong, but whatever. So, and then I didn't delete it afterwards. But what I was actually trying to say is, so many people were complaining about how the movie Cuties was out there, it was promoted, it was, children were depicted in sexual ways and all that stuff. And I was just, my thought was this: if you have people like Cardi B and similar people out there who make these extremely overly sexualized representations of themselves on TV, on the internet, and everywhere, and this is mass media, which you cannot really confine, you cannot control. Kids see that stuff; they will be exposed to that stuff. You cannot really control that stuff. You can control video games, but you cannot control Cardi B music, for example. And if kids see that stuff, many of the kids will kind of want to be that way. That is what I was thinking. Kids will want to emulate that stuff. They will want to do that stuff. There will be industries that support kids doing that stuff because we cannot control the moralities and the sentiments of everybody that is out there and everybody that does business. And of course, this will lead to such little industries, such little forms of entertainment to exist in society. And it is unavoidable that at some point, someone like the creator of the movie Cuties will make a movie about that scandal that is going on in society, which everyone seems to ignore like it doesn't exist. That someone will make a movie like Cuties to put it in front of everyone's eyes and shock society to show, hey, look, this is happening. And,
Well,
she did it in a very terrible way. She actually put kids out there to show that, which is basically like shooting dogs to show that dogs are being mistreated in society. But
earlier, you were making out with the Quran. You missed it, Susanna.
You missed
You
it.
were making out with the
He
Quran.
molested.
I think you should
molested
redo
the
it.
Quran.
Molested the Quran. Oh, yes. You want to? Yes, let's do it again.
I cannot find it in me right now to do that.
Was this inspired by me looking at the Quran?
I have my own Quran. I'll do mine.
You have
Okay.
a Quran.
Okay, wait. Are you ready?
So here.
Yes. 1, 2.
This is the
Okay,
shot.
paper. Jeez.
Okay.
You guys look like hyenas salivating over a dead carcass.
This is what
Okay,
happens if you leave Islam.
So according to Apostle Prophet's logic, in a few years we're gonna have kids doing this to their Quran.
We already have the. What? No,
We're promoting behavior.
no, that's not true.
How dare you?
No, I mean this is public.
hypersexualize the Quran? How dare you hypersexualize?
So you are now Apostle Prophet. You're now guilty of what you have become the monster that you.
Yeah,
are
but this
trying
is
I am.
yeah,
I am.
yeah. But if you look at the consequences, though, what would happen if kids actually did play around and do this thing? See, I had the debate with this guy, and he kind of think that he trapped me or something, where he said, like, oh, you're sexualizing them. I actually got stuck on the habit that how do we define someone, what is sexualization? Like, again, I think that is if you actually had an actual act of sex, now that's where the definition would definitely end there. But which part where you would say that, okay, that's sexualization? Look, as we saw, some Hindus are saying, winking is sexualization too. Obviously, none of us would agree that does, but if little girls are twerking, would that be considered sexualization? But again, that point, go back to that point, and I don't want to go back to the old argument, but I think that's a good point that I can win the point here. That those girls would be twerking in their bedrooms with their female friends or with their friends, whatnot. But again, everyone is outraged that they're doing it in front of the world because it sends some sort of a signal. So there's always some sort of...
It was bound to happen.
Oh, well,
It's a completely normal consequence of everything that is happening. It was bound to happen because this stuff is happening in society everywhere all the time. It was
why
you can't ignore this stuff. It was bound to happen. That
but we can't do anything about it. But I think we just can't do anything about it.
I know. That's why I'm saying. Don't complain about the consequences of the things that you do.
I will complain. I will complain. I will complain. Stop me. Stop me,
Stop it. Put him on mute.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's my lifestyle. But no, but what you do is you give more control to parents, more tools.
You can't.
To parents, you can't. Okay,
Nah,
you can make the parents. Come on, yeah, parents.
Give
have to
everyone $1 million.
Parents need to learn how to manage what their kids are exposed to. It's not the artist's responsibility; it's the parents' responsibility.
That's the same argument that people use for guns.
Let me
educate people that how to use a gun. No, these are basic human things. Kids will always be there.
That argument. Don't give guns.
I want to say something.
Yeah, because you're stupid if you use that argument. Because that's just stupid. Because we know that there will always be people, no matter how many times we actually say, mental health check, blah 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 blah. There will always be people who will be like, okay, I'm angry at this guy, I'm going to go and shoot him. So same thing with kids as well. No matter how much you want parents. If I have a kid right now and he or she's supposed to be sleeping, it's 2 a.m. What if he wakes up and this is like, okay, I'm going to look Cardi B. Oh, twerk, and they start doing that. You can't blame it.
It's not
Again,
an
I'm
all
not
or
saying-
none thing. This black and white thinking. Just because there will always be some
Things will
problem, that
happen.
doesn't mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have
Just
children.
because there will always be some problem,
Things
that
will
doesn't mean you
happen.
can't make things better. Just because you cannot.
Yeah, no, I didn't
smooth
say that.
completely.
No,
Well,
no.
I mean, you
I
don't
didn't.
have
I
children,
didn't.
right?
Yeah, I didn't say you. No, I'm actually saying something totally opposite. I'm saying that that's just the way it is. It will have to be, and the
just
morality itself
because-
will evolve.
Just because something you can't fix something 100%, that doesn't mean you can't fix it by a large amount. But opposite profit. What are you gonna say?
I was just saying, don't take this the wrong way, Armin. But you don't have children, right?
No. Why? Are you gonna make babies with me?
Didn't expect
Are
that.
you gonna?
Well, it's easy. It's easy to say that their parents should be in charge of controlling what their kids consume. If you don't have kids,
I'm
don't
still
take
trying to
this-
work out.
No offense.
I'm still trying to work out who's going to be mommy and who's going to be daddy.
What?
Oh,
Obviously, I'm the dad.
What?
obviously,
All
Armin's
right.
daddy.
All right.
So
What daddy?
Yeah,
Wait.
Armin's been bragging about how well he's endowed and all that. You know, I don't know. He's
You
just
guys,
talking about it.
you guys brought it up first. I just have
Yeah,
to make
but
sure
you
that-
had to show it. You had to tell the world. You know, like I mean, you can throw anything at me. I'm not gonna say. You know, like I won't.
If I threw it at you, I don't think you would be able to survive. By the way. Like,
I've seen you. I've seen you. I've
You
seen
haven't.
you in person.
Okay, okay.
Wow,
bring
these are fighting words.
Whoa.
Wait.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
At Rebecca's house, when you forgot the towel, remember? You came out running.
Shit.
I saw you. For a moment, I thought you were a girl.
Oh.
I will bring live
Armin,
witnesses.
show it. Show it. Show it. Prove it.
I have witnesses. I have witnesses that I could bring.
Right.
Okay, I have witnesses that I could bring.
Yeah, you
I
can
will
bribe
bring
me.
witnesses.
This is what happens if you're an atheist. This is the conversation. Yeah.
This is why we
We
need.
need Islam.
This is why
We
we
need
need
Islam.
Islam. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
need
so
to-
guys, are you suggesting that we need to family friendly the world so that we don't have any sort of songs
No.
like this out there?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what do
I
you
support
suggest?
that.
Yeah,
No,
I-
I'm just saying that that's just the way it is. It will remain like that, and let the society take
But it's
take its
good.
course. And morality is always evolving.
And we're all discussing it, which is good,
Well,
right?
the morality is always evolving. I would say, you know, like I mean, I actually think that 10-year-old, 11-year-old girls, if they're twerking, that's not bad either, because you can't stop kids from doing whatever they want. I actually don't think that either. That's what I said. I wanted to have stream with you guys, but then I thought, you know, it's just a can of worms I don't want to get involved in. But,
Well,
we could go into a whole discussion why we people think that the whole presentation of cuties, of little kids on TV in very sexual ways is wrong, and we could go a long way there to discuss that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
There's the whole
but I
topic
think
of-
that sexualization. I think that the topic of sexualization would always remain subjective. Like
Yeah.
people
Yep.
would have different. But again, you know, that's just something I'm not interested in. Anyway.
my wife just appeared in the chat and said, "What the hell is happening?" LOL.
Yeah, she missed half of the action.
Mrs. Apostate, we need Jesus. We need
Mrs. Agme, we were having an orgy here. orgy of
Not good.
disagreements.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
your husband was trying to like do something. Like he was like flirting with me. I don't know why he was asking about me. Like, where's she? Is she
Oh,
here
my
in Red
goodness.
Chat?
Wait.
Yeah, she's right.
I don't have any suggestions on how to correct society. I'm just always
There
the
isn't.
guy. I'm just always the guy who says, "Hey, you idiots, what you're doing is wrong." But I'm also not here to say, "Hey, do this instead." You know, I'm just saying, "Hey, this is wrong." So yeah, that's what I am. Don't expect
Wait,
any
so
suggestions.
why you guys wait? Are we saying that we don't like Apostle Prophet? Are you asking us to defend our position for why we think cuties is wrong?
No, I don't.
No. Then what is this? Oh, look,
What is-
Mrs. You know, see, your wife knows. Your wife knows that you're into me. Admit it. Here, admit it here live on air to everybody.
I mean,
Admit it.
like,
I don't know.
I
We
think that's
changed
why. I
after
think that's why
Harry-
Harry Sultan is spreading lies about me because he was so intimidated. Maybe Harry Sultan is into me as well. He was like,
oh
"Oh
my god,
this is too much. I have to spread
so
lies." This is
scared.
like, Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad we solved the problem.
Armin was like a T-Rex. The way T-Rex has his arms.
This
Oh,
is like
look,
blasphemy.
my wife,
Heresy.
Oh,
Highest
shoot.
degree.
You're not a good
my
life.
wife is saying,
You don't.
my wife is saying you two are like brothers, though. So that
But
would
we're
be...
pro incest, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's no problem.
Do you want to talk about that? Do you really want to talk about it? We should talk about that for some time. I don't know.
Armin
Yes,
got
That'd be a good
in
topic.
so much trouble over that.
I see people keep bringing that up all the time. I'm
Yeah.
All
sick
the
of it.
time.
Constantly.
It's to the point where I'll see like a pro-Islamic Twitter like with a clip on
Yeah, like-
Twitter, and I don't even have to click it before I know it's gonna be Armin saying some spicy
Yeah.
crap. Like,
Yeah.
I was
And people
I
are
already
like
know where this is
Apostate
going.
Prophet and Armin Navabi are supporting incest. What do you expect from them? And stuff like that.
Mhm.
Man.
Yeah. No, I keep telling them like, why? Like, he's not pro incest. I'm the pro incest guy. You have to. You got the.
Stop
you
saying
guys,
Got the
pro-incest.
wrong guy.
you guys got
No,
the
that's not
wrong
wrong, though.
ex-Muslim.
Stop saying pro incest.
It's not inaccurate. He basically is.
I know, but the matter is not incest. You know what these people are saying is that our conversation that we had, in which we had a brief discussion about whether it is inherently, in and of itself wrong that two siblings who cannot procreate have sexual intercourse, whether that is wrong on any logical basis or not. That's what our discussion was about. But people have taken that little clip and put it out there all the time, like Apostate Prophet and Armin Navabi promote incest.
No, it's just here's the line. Armin Navabi promotes incest.
Yeah.
Not-
Between sisters specifically.
yeah. I mean, okay. Do you want to?
Whatever.
You want to debate this one day? We could debate.
Maybe
I will-
we can do that. Maybe we can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was
By the
literally
way, there
asking
is one-
about this last night.
Yes.
By the way,
I was telling Susanna, twin sisters kissing each other. What could be more beautiful than that in the whole world? Like, how could people be against that? Like, is there anything more beautiful than two twin sisters making out with each other? Is there?
Of course.
Silence.
Yeah, Atheist Republic After Hours gets real interesting. I'm like, I need to clarify some things. And he's like, oh, I'm doubling down.
I reckon there's some biological. There have been some biological boundaries set by nature, and it has its purpose.
I think we should probably.
Yeah. By the way, those.
Like, get me out of here.
I know, like it took a turn.
Those. By the way, those.
Apostle Prophet, like I had like 5 seconds with you on that, and that has been haunting me for years now. And now I don't know how often.
I'm gonna see all those clips again.
Those of you. By the way, Armin and I had a very interesting conversation on this, which lasted about 2 hours, I believe, on my channel. You do check it out. Harris Sultan, Armin Navabi, incest.
I know that Armin has this thing. Armin, you have this attitude that you really love saying controversial stuff, and you really love it when people are pissed about something that you say.
I
You get a
love
kick
saying
out of that.
controversial stuff that shouldn't be controversial because
Okay.
my morality is based on.
But you know exactly what will provoke people, and you want to say those things that provoke people very much. You get pleasure out of that. I know.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have that too. For my entire life, I always got a kick out of saying stuff that I know people disagree with, and that I know that will outrage people. But the thing is, I feel like you have no limits there.
Well, my limits is things that actually harm people. Genuinely harm people. Like if I say something offensive that is about people legitimately getting harmed, and if people get angry over it, I would get angry over that, right? Like I would join them in being angry over something like that. I only get a kick out of it when I'm like, "Where's the harm? Why are you guys lost your mind? Nobody's being hurt by this." Wait, I've turned on the fridge.
All right. Well, I don't think it's a biological boundary. I need to go to sleep now. It's 2 a.m.
One thing. Like honestly, two sisters having sex with each other. Tell me, who is this harming?
Well, it is.
We know
the
what
thing
kind of
is- the thing is,
porno that guy's into.
You're exclusively thinking. You're excluding the situation from what it entails to society. So you're isolating this case as
No,
hey, this doesn't harm anyone. Look,
Consequentialism.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of cannibalism. I said this recently, and people were outraged on Twitter and couldn't stop responding to me. But I said, hey, sorry for saying this, but if a person says, hey, you guys, you know what? I have no issues with you eating my flesh after I die. Okay, so let me die, and then you can cook my arms and cook my flesh and eat me. Okay, that's totally fine. It's consensual.
Is this YouTube friendly? Okay,
I don't know. This is between you and me. Okay, I allow this. I consent to it. And those people would be like, oh, okay, fantastic. Okay, he died. Let's cut him apart. Let's cook his flesh. Let's eat it. Fantastic. Well, awesome. Who does this harm? It doesn't harm anybody. Seemingly, okay. Seemingly, this doesn't.
Is
harm
there
anybody.
any health hazards?
I don't think
some person is going to be without a chunk of flesh.
No. This is after somebody died.
One-off, no. One-off, no. One-off cannibalism, no, I won't have much. No, I won't have anything.
Okay. But if you now go ahead and say, oh look,
Well, I'm
we should,
okay with that.
as a society, we should therefore legalize consensual cannibalism. We should legalize that.
No,
we can't.
You could say that, but I would then say, hey, no, we should not do that. That's insane. Even if, hypothetically, even if there is no problem between two people consenting to cannibalism among each other, it will become a problem.
Is somebody getting killed for this? No, right?
They will. If you legalize this as a society and normalize
it becomes normal.
This will lead to terrible consequences that will be out of your control.
Yeah.
No, it's not a
slippery slope is not a fallacy, though. Hang on a second. Hang on, Apostle. I actually put exactly the same argument in front of him in my debate with him about this whole incest thing, and you throw in incest. No, but why do we blaspheme? We're normalizing it, and they're also worried about it. Oh, if we allow them, let them do this, then they're going to do this. And over there on the case of blasphemy, we're like, yeah, of course. We will allow this. He will allow that. So wouldn't that be a slippery slope fallacy? No, because we know. No, because it would happen. What's happening one day today, that will become normalized, and that's what you're doing. You allow that. Allow that. Let me. No, not yet. Give me 30 more seconds. If you allow that to eat meat, and then you say, okay, it's not harming anyone, it may open something else. You may say, okay, nobody is gonna eat that. Nobody is gonna eat that, but they would. Who knows? Something else will happen. People might get a habit of that, and that would happen.
The Muslims. You sound like the Muslims. You sound like the Muslims who say, "Well, blasphemy, normalizing blasphemy means that you're normalizing other legitimate violence and discrimination against Muslims." It will lead to that. If you normalize that, it will eventually lead to that. And I'm like, no, we're normalizing the stuff that is not harmful. It doesn't have to. We draw a red line exactly when the harm actually gets introduced. It doesn't lead to that. If you do prove to me that me normalizing blasphemy actually will lead to violence against Muslims, then I will stop my blasphemy. If you prove
you're drawing a line. You're drawing a line.
No, see, you should let me finish as well. But also when it comes to, for example, like two sisters who cannot have children, right? So it's not going to, for example, having sex with each other. And you're like, oh, if you normalize that, it will lead to, like, no. If you prove to me that it will lead to actual harmful behavior, as a utilitarian, I will be against it as well, right? But without your proof, the red line, I do normalization of things that are not harmful. I will draw a strict line as soon as the harm is introduced.
I gave you the proof last time when we spoke about it. And I said, look at the cousin marriages. I said, look at the cousin marriages. Whenever something is allowed, it does happen. And the cousin marriages, you said last time you had a conversation with me, and you said, no, there would be people would automatically, we don't have to assume that once we allow sibling marriages, consensual sibling relationships, then you can't assume that everyone would do it. Fair enough. I don't think everyone would do it, but a lot of people would end up doing it. A lot of people would end up demanding it. and you said, give me a case, like you just said now, give me an example where it would actually happen. And I said, well, look, in the cases of the cousin marriages, which is because Islam sanctioned it, and now we have so much cousin marriages happening.
Cousin marriage is harmful.
If you allow, but people allow it. No, but
I'm against allowing cousin marriage because it leads to children that are like. Of course, that should not be normalized. What do you? That's not even terrible.
No, but I'm saying that's what happens when you allow one thing, then it does happen. It does lead to other things as well. That's what my point is.
That's actually one thing that Islam normalizes cousin marriage, and cousins marriage happens. That's exactly what. Exactly. That's exactly what they normalize.
The world is not going to listen to your red line. My point: the world is not going to listen to your red line. When you draw a red line there.
Why are we talking about siblings having sex in any case? Why are we talking about this? So this is not a.
He wants it.
How do you? I mean, why do we do this?
He wants it. He wants it.
Why do we talk about possibly legalizing siblings having sexual intercourse with each other? Why would that be in any way considered okay, or why should that be something that we should consider legalizing?
Don't talk about the people that are not in this conversation because
I'm talking about you.
No, aren't like you? That. No, I'm not into the thing. Just because I think something is harmless. That doesn't.
I'm not saying you want to do it. I'm saying you want to allow it.
Oh yeah, I want to allow it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but I think it should be allowed because it doesn't harm anybody. I don't understand. What's opposite prophet? What's your question? Like, why shouldn't we allow it if it doesn't harm anybody?
I feel like Susanna was cracking up. Well, in how many cases do you have actual cases where siblings can have sexual intercourse without harming anybody?
Very little.
And why then would we go ahead and consider that this exception, this deviant exception in society as something that we should consider normal?
Because I'm trying to point out that in most cases it will be harmful, right? But most people's reasoning for why they're against it is not the harm, it's the disgust. So
but people are disgusted because it is harmful.
No. I'm demonstrating exactly that. That if I could create a scenario where the harm is not there, your disgust is still there. So your moral standards is not based on harm reduction. Your moral standards is based on I'm grossed by it. This is not normal. Ew, what you're doing. Oh, I don't like it. That's what people's moral standards are.
No, it's not. You have the disgust because you are familiar with the concept and with what the concept entails, which is why you are disgusted by the topic of this stuff.
That's exactly what people say about gay marriage and gay relationships, right?
No,
it's exactly what they said. They were disgusted by it. Therefore they thought it was not okay.
But my argument is not discussed.
That's a false.
My argument is not discussed. My argument is not discussed, and I said that okay. If at a societal level, if we allow this, then that would lead to other things as well.
It will
specifically in terms of. You can say that you want.
I mean, there is a difference. That's not a slippery slope fallacy. A slippery slope fallacy is that if you make if you present arguments and you present a conclusion that does not really follow, that seems incredibly absurd. It doesn't really follow. With this one, it follows.
Well, prove it.
You don't need to prove it. It is completely normal, completely reasonable that if you allow this stuff to happen, it will allow.
Why don't we hang? Armin, why don't we hang people in public squares? Because like they're just rapists and murderers. Why don't we hang them? We don't hang them in public square because it leads to something else. I want you to say that after me. What does it lead to?
Wait, it doesn't have to lead to anything. It's already wrong.
No, it doesn't have to, but it does. This is the reason why we don't hang people in civilized countries.
Why is it wrong?
Harm to what?
It's you're harming people by hanging them, I think.
No. If you have if you believe in death penalty, I'm saying if you hang someone publicly, forget about the harming part in that one. But I'm just saying what it can lead to other things, right? No, but it leads to other things, right? You're saying that one thing may not lead to the other thing if you can't.
Here, let me give you an example. I could back with actual studies that capital punishment is not a good way of deterring crimes.
But why?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about that.
Oh my God, that's a huge topic.
All right.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about does one thing lead to another? You just dismiss everything by calling it slippery slope fallacy.
I just don't make a claim without having a data or evidence to back it up. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's going to lead to something or another. Why?
It's not even about that.
It's not even about that.
Dude, it's not even about that.
It's not even
about that. It's not even about that. You know that I'm right, but you're just trying to deviate the topic somewhere else. Oh, whether capital punishment supports that or not. I am telling you that if you do this, if you allow whatever you allow, you're saying that, it cannot lead to anything else because, otherwise it will be a slippery slope fallacy. Right? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying the red line should be not where before, let's stop this because it could happen, something else happen. That's not where you introduce the red line. The red line should come exactly where the harm starts.
Aristotle is giving you a hypothetical situation, but the problem is that Armin Navabi doesn't agree with the premise that must exist for that hypothetical situation to be a valid situation.
I'll think of a better one.
Give me a better one.
I don't know. I don't have a better one. I'm completely.
All right. Here's the thing. I will tell you that if you show me any actual evidence other than your common sense or my feelings, or of course it's so
common
obvious.
Sense?
Let's.
Is that what you just said? Common sense.
Yeah, because you declare
common sense is important.
Okay.
Cousin marriages. We have data. Cousin marriages was allowed and it happened.
Just because you declare something to be common sense, that
cousin marriages was allowed and it happened. It's mass spread.
Yeah,
but
because
if you allow sibling marriages, it's going to become common. You're saying that no, we can only allow. We're going to tell them when they grow up, and we're going to say no. If you're stepsisters, then you can do it. If you have your tubes tied, then you can do it. No, people don't give a fuck about all these things. They don't give a fuck about these conditions. When you normalize it, it happens. That's it. That's the human nature.
All right. So you are saying. So Harry Sultan proved my point right now, right? Because he's saying there is nothing inherently wrong with two sisters having sex, right? There's nothing inherently wrong with it. He's just worried about something else.
Yeah.
You agree with that then?
Yeah, itself it doesn't. And when people do it privately and nobody knows, I said that to you 2 years ago. I said that to you 2 years ago.
Yes. This will haunt you. This will haunt you, Harris.
No, I said that to him 2 years ago.
Yes.
I said that to him 2 years ago. I know this. I know this argument back to front. This is
okay.
My whole argument is consequentialism.
I agree with you.
My whole argument was consequentialism, and he says that give me an actual data where it happens. So I said, okay, let's just do it according to his criteria. Let's just allow certain incestuous relationships. And then we're like, let's see the data.
I agree with Harry Sultan. There's nothing inherently wrong with two sisters having sex, but if making that, legalizing that and normalizing that will lead into so many people doing it and end up having children that are disformed in some way. Yeah, whatever. If it leads to, maybe we have to ban it or whatever because of the consequences, but not because it's inherently wrong. But Harris Sultan agrees with it.
Very quickly, I'm going to finish this point on that. My argument of this argument will only fall apart when actually people say that they have control over genetic adjustment, genetic engineering, and they say, even if why are you stopping me from it? Because if I do have kids or with my siblings or whatnot, I can actually fix the genetic diseases or whatnot. Then you have absolutely no grounds to stop them. But right now, there's a biological boundary.
In that situation, it's okay then, right?
Sorry? Well, I'm saying my argument will have no legs to stand on at that point.
All right. So in that situation, if we could avoid medically, we could avoid all genetical problems in children. In that world, it would be okay for you.
Well, I would still find personally, I would find it disgusting. But I'm saying there's no reasoning against it. There's no reasoning against it.
We agree. That's fantastic.
But you don't agree with the slippery slope fallacy, though. Slippery slope fallacy.
I'm agreeing that if the consequences are there, should be stopped, even though there's nothing.
Oh, great. Oh, now we can make out.
Hey, now.
Okay, let's move to bestiality. Is there anything wrong with this?
I am leaving.
A perfect prophet. let's give Muhammad Hijabi and everybody else something else to show in their
There's a
lives.
super chat.
Oh, there's a super
Oh my
chat.
god.
France, Belgium, Luxembourg have allowed incestuous relationships between consenting adults since the 1810. No
damn.
slippery slope. Cousin marriage is equal. Ooh, so this is allowed, and there's nothing has happened.
When it comes
I
down
that-
to it, like how many people want to do that, or is it just because it's taboo that nobody wants to do it?
There's almost like this is not going to become normal. Okay.
It won't.
Well, most people are disgusted by it. It's not. It's
Mhm.
not going to destroy the fabric of society like Harry Sultan. But
Like
okay,
Harry Sultan.
if it does France, then let me have a look, because I think last time when I looked at it, I obviously
while
missed
Harry Sultan looks at this, Apostle Prophet, are you for or against bestiality? Let me.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
no.
I'm just seeing now that France reinstated laws against incest in 2010. So
But between 1810 and 2010, was their fabric of society fell apart?
but why did they introduce? No, I wouldn't argue that it would. That's not what I would say at all. I would just say even if you have
But
a
But the people started marrying their sisters and brothers because it was legal.
I don't know the background of the whole issue, but I would never argue that legalizing incest would lead to the whole society falling apart. I would just say that
I know,
it legalizes one thing that shouldn't exist in society. But what did you say? Bestiality?
Yeah.
I think it's terrible. It's wrong. It's disgusting. It's in many ways.
You know, Israel has legalized as well. Lithuania,
Shut up.
Luxembourg.
Oh wait, bestiality or incestuous?
No, incest.
Wait, incest is legal in Israel?
Yeah, Portugal, Russia, and Israel. South
I think
Korea.
Apostle Prophet is going to remove his video defending Israel right now. It's going to go like,
No.
Palestinians have a point. Like,
No, bestiality is obviously disgusting. It's obviously wrong. You cannot really compare that to incest and all this stuff, because bestiality means that you are basically, first off, it is very harmful, very dangerous. Secondly, you are engaging in sexual activity with other beings, with other animals that have no say in whether they consent to this or not.
What if you could prove consent?
You cannot prove it.
How?
What
You
if you
can.
could?
Well,
Like-
what if the doggy? What if Mr. Ed goes like this?
Well,
That's
if
not
you
proving
if
it,
you
though.
can prove that an animal wants to consent to having sex with you, then you can also prove that a child wants to do the same thing.
Yeah,
You
like
cannot.
that's no, guys.
you
You
cannot
do
can't-
that.
You cannot do that.
Okay.
You can.
Okay.
We don't
There are scientists
recognize.
that their job is to collect semen from horses. Okay, right?
Okay.
And it's kind of disgusting the way they do it, right? It's they actually jack off. They actually like basically arouse the horse, and the
I saw-
scientists. Yeah,
We
scientists,
got it. We got a mental
yeah,
picture.
that's
Yeah, got
okay.
it.
So, and the scientists do that, and they're doing it for science, and they're collecting the semen and stuff like that, right? So we're like, okay, fine, do it for science reason, right? And the horse seems to be like enjoying the entire process, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what if somebody says
Oh,
like,
no.
okay, I'm going to do the same thing,
Oh, yeah.
but not for science, but because I enjoy doing it, and the horse seems to be enjoying it as well. So
That seems putting a lot of emphasis on seems. Just because you're,
I mean, what if you
aroused
do
and
it? What if
stimulated
the scientist did it
doesn't mean
once for
consent.
science, and now the horse is like following you around and like obviously
Plus
begging for
more.
more? Yeah, like ever since you did it, the horse is just not like leaving you around, just like following you around, like you
Guys, we
know,
can't. It's not easy to hide behind. Hey, we can't prove the consent. It's not easy. I reckon an animal can make it known very easily. Hey, I want some.
I mean, do you think Muhammad's child marriage to Aisha was wrong? Armin?
yes, of
the
course.
child.
So
Child.
what Muslims say, however, is that she consented to it, her parents consented to it, and throughout her life she never complained about it. She was completely happy with it and satisfied with it. She consented to it.
That's bullcrap. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can look at the child back then. If you could go back and say, yeah, okay, it looks like she wants it. It looks like she consents to it.
I'm talking about adult.
I know, but you cannot verify that an adult animal actually consents.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No, here's the thing.
Nah,
I
you're
know. I am doing devil's advocate. Okay? I know that you cannot show consent, right?
Okay,
But
thank God.
if there was a way for scientists that came out like, we can prove, like, we can read animal minds now, okay? We can show you consent, okay? Like, we can show you, like, we could do like brain waves and stuff like that. This horse wants it and wants it badly, and specifically from humans, okay?
I
If
would
I
still not
could,
accept it.
okay, why in that situation?
I would still reject it because there would be no way to prove that this specific consensus that scientists claim to have presented to us from this horse is actually a consensus that we would consider valid in society, because we don't
What if
know
you could read the mind of the horse?
You
and
can't.
then
You can't. You can also read the mind of you can also read the mind of a child and see that the child consents to it, but you don't want to do it. Sorry, I'm taking it there all the time because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, I have to go to work.
I'm gonna get fired. My boss is like, you gotta come in today.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Oh wait,
you're gonna-
hang on.
you're
Look at
gonna get
this. Look at
fired.
this. Does anybody recognize this?
What is that?
I can't.
Rabbitohs. Only the Australians would know,
Oh,
Oh.
right? It's a
I actually
Rabbitohs.
know. What's
NRL.
Rabbitohs?
Rabbitohs.
Oh,
but-
right. No, that's big in Sydney. That's big in Sydney. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't follow NRL. If that was
Oh.
AFL, I would have known.
Oh, so yeah, I like NRL better.
Oh, it's boring.
Okay, I gotta go to work, guys. It was a pleasure. Holy
See
frick.
you,
I can't
Deborah.
believe this actually happened. So,
what the hell just happened?
right?
Missed most of it. Yeah.
Insanity is what happened. All right, guys. Have a good one.
I reckon make it private. I reckon make the video private.
What? No.
Nah.
We love you, Deb. Thank you.
Thank
Oh my
you.
god.
We need to ask an evolutionary biologist if animals have more sexual restraint with other species due to evolution. Okay, here's the thing though. Evolution, just because something makes evolutionary sense, that doesn't mean it's always good mentally and health-wise for us, right? I mean, evolution.
Yeah, there are evolutionary things that are not necessarily productive or good for society. That species have just developed in a way because of circumstances or repeated behavior that are not necessarily good for species. That can be
Also, by the
argued.
way, a human child, if you abusing them as a child, will have a lot more psychological damage to them. Mentally, you have destroyed a person if you abuse them like that. Animals are not that complicated mentally.
Yeah,
Do we know
yeah.
that?
Yeah, we do.
It is a thing, though. If you want to say something about incest, it is very uncommon in the animal world that animals actually have incest with their own
And they
siblings.
appeal to nature again. No.
Yeah. I know. Just a side note. I wanted to say something about this whole issue, which whatever. Lost it.
I bet you like Muhammad Hijab and stuff. Their crew is watching this right now, looking at what juicy.
Guy came.
Like, hi guys, like all the
Hello.
juicy stuff they're trying to get out of this video.
Mo,
I'm like, oh my god, they
you
gave
know-
us
you
so
know-
much
you know-
material to work.
one thing, one argument that really that conversation I had with this Muslim apologist from England, and he was like, oh, the Cardi B doing these dances and it's just sexualizing children. So basically, he said she is responsible in making kids, in sexualizing kids, and they're now twerking and all that. I'm like, fair enough. That I don't fully agree with it because I don't know what sexualization is and whatnot. I mean, we will have different definitions, but I'm like, that's a conversation for decent people to have, because he was in favor of a 9-year-old child bride. I said, how can you, like, I mean, by your logic, a 9-year-old, I mean, obviously having sex with a little child is obviously worse than a child twerking. Like, whether it's right or wrong, twerking, whether it should be allowed or not, that's a different thing. But what should not be allowed is definitely sleeping with a 9-year-old child. And this is what I don't understand. They come at you from an angle, from a self-righteous position, from a higher moral ground, that, we respect women. This is why you need Islam, because, we wouldn't have this twerking and all that. I'm like, twerking is a lot less worse than you sleeping with a 9-year-old child. And he was in favor of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most obvious position to take, that they get, like, they have no right to come and be like, oh, look at these degenerates.
Yeah.
They get the most obvious position to take on sexual morality. Islam gets it wrong. right?
Yeah, cuties is bad, but Muhammad is worse.
Way
Ex-
worse.
Muhammad is
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, that's something that they don't understand, and they want to lecture us. This is why you need Islam.
Yeah, this is what. Oh yeah, like this is why you need Islam. Yeah, and
I'm feeling that way a little bit after this.
Guys, you know what? Like this
Susanna, do you have a hijab? Deborah was on hijab today. Do you have hijab?
We're
Susanna?
yeah. We don't have a skull cap.
They come with these weird arguments, but I had this thing yesterday. I said something about democracy and how I find democracy in some way stupid, and how I think there should be more people in government who are there for their knowledge and abilities. And then a Muslim apologist came and was like, you just shot yourself in the foot, because in Islam, it is actually like that. So that's why you have just validated Islam. So what they're basically implying is that just because I seemed to agree with something to some degree that Islam also supports, that means that this is why we need Islam. So they're very quick to make these very strange conclusions.
We have a faithless hijabi.
Is this good
We have
enough
a
for you?
faithless. No, your hair is still visible.
I know.
You need to
Yeah.
cover
This is very Persian. You're showing the front of your hair.
Shameless woman.
That's what I was just thinking. Am I wrong?
No, I can still see some hair. I
This
can
is
still-
very.
I know.
Subhanallah.
Very nice.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, that's it.
Subhanallah.
Put it down. Put it down.
Subhanallah.
This brings
Subhanallah.
back memories. Actually, very nostalgic. The way
No.
you're wearing your hijab is very much like
Ooh.
upper Tehran.
Now get in line to be fourth wife of some Mumin.
He told me to put on a hijab before. Like, actually.
Oh yeah. Makes sense. Awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for having me. And yeah, it was wop suck me in, and look where we ended up.
I know.
You
I
missed.
wasn't-
I think we. Ridwan, I think we tricked Harris because he came in for he saw that we were converting to Islam and leaving Islam, and that looks like fun. And then as soon as he joined in, we went into.
I did get it. I did get in for what, but this whole I don't know. It's I found it's a lot easier, in this climate, and this is saying something because on one hand we could we can get beheaded, but I find criticizing Islam a lot easier than speaking of some other woke topics these days. I'm like, you know what? I just don't even want to go there. Not that. But I'm just saying that it's just easier for me. Just ignore that. Just screw that.
That's your Australian privilege. You wouldn't feel like that if you were in Bangladesh, obviously.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just I'm talking about the woke crowd. You're right. If I was in Bangladesh, I've said it so many times, I wouldn't even be doing it. I've told people. People call me from Pakistan all the time. I'm like, dude, just put your head down and just pretend you're a Muslim, and then be financially independent, and then make a run for it. So,
By the way, guys, what's a great, all of this degeneracy, okay? It's a good way to sneak into the DMs of Muslim YouTubers, okay? Because they were they basically go oh my God, look at these degenerates. And some of them are like, let me go check them out, actually. And then they get this is they go and check us out, and they see our anti-Islam videos, and they might get convinced. But this is the only way. We need to give them something for them to be oh, this is their weak spot, so that they could get them to introduce us to their audience.
It's kind of like how we use those memory TV footages where he says that this is how you squeeze your penis to suck the last drop of urine out of it. Did you see that video?
I did. It was so funny.
What?
And yeah, there was a Pakistani movie. He was saying, you have to be clean. So there's always a last drop in your penis. So you need to shake it off.
And you have to
do it like this.
You have to bounce.
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
the
You
last
have to hit your
drop
heel. And before that, you need to do
That's what I learned when I was religious. Yeah.
You need to do 10 squats as well. So just make sure the last drop falls out.
Wow.
So those kind. I put a lot of effort into it in putting those subtitles. But yeah, you know what? These kind of stuff, they might use it.
Yeah. Well, I learned similar things too when I was a Muslim. I learned that I should really clean it, make sure that there is nothing before I purify myself and go praying. So it's really strange what kinds of weird stuff you have to pay attention to when you are a Muslim.
Oh,
Surel. Is that Surel? Turel? Terrell, you know what? You that other stat that you gave me about France and Belgium, I reckon that's a very interesting one. I'm going to look into it, into the history of it. I reckon that would be a very strong argument against my silly argument that I thought was smart. But you know, that's
Oh no, that's not
Um,
silly. Look at you. You're
but that is true, because when I looked at it, when I was looking at it, I obviously missed that. I mean, and I look at it, there's actually a full Wikipedia article that says all the countries where it's allowed. Well, then, you know, if it hasn't gone out of control, well, you know, then yeah. Well,
That's not silly at all, Harris. That's
sorry,
you
brothers
being-
and sisters. Sorry, brothers and sisters. If you want to do it, go for it.
No, but look, no, this is actually not a silly thing. This is coming from a position of accepting, like, given evidence, changing your position. That's very
I always
admirable.
came with
I
it.
admire.
I always came with
That
it.
is really good.
I
That's
wanted to
really
record a
solid.
video this morning, and now we have been here for.
Yeah.
You are at 3.5
Hours.
hours to stream.
I'm at an
Wait.
hour and a half. I think we came in at 2 hours.
Apostle Prophet, are you willing to change your position as well? If you can see with this new evidence,
What
Given to
position?
us by Terrell?
Sexual? What
that
position?
incest is okay. Can you say it
no.
here?
No. No, I'm not.
we gotta find. Look at it. I mean,
Like, Armin
I
already got me into enough trouble. Don't do this. to
I
me.
agree with Armin.
Literally.
I agree with Armin. I agree with Armin. Yucky or disgusting is not a good enough reason. I mean, if you want to say that our morality is controlled by reason, then we have to give good reasoning. We have to polish our argument. I thought consequentialist argument was good, but again, you know,
I mean,
it seems like since 1810, there haven't been any consequences in France or Belgium or Luxembourg or Lithuania or wherever it was.
I
So-
find certain types of mushrooms gross, right? But-
Come on, it's different. But yeah, maybe it's
No,
not.
but I'm not gonna. It's not. Like here's the thing. If I find something gross, a food, I just don't eat it. It's so easy. You don't like gay sex? Don't have gay sex. You don't like that other kind of sex? Just don't do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be like, oh, I don't like it. It's gross, so it's wrong. No,
By the way, I just remembered. By the way, I also remember that why nature also stopped. I mean, kids is not the only argument for. But again, it would be it would still depend on consequentialism, which is not proving to be working in my favor. But it's not just the kid part that is dangerous, but also, as I said, the unconditional love part of relationship that we have between our blood relations. That could also suffer as well. A father would be hoping, you know, this little girl will grow up one day, and you know, I'll be happy with that, or vice versa. So that is another part. But again, that would still rely on consequentialism. But if there's no slippery slope, then I guess I gotta do some more thinking on that. Damn you, Terrell!
Damn The guts of incest is caused by something called Westermark effect. Look it up on Wikipedia. Extremely simple and even affects adopted people. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. But if you don't have that discussed, now you know it's okay. Just make sure you don't have any kids. Just make sure you have no kids. If you feel the disgust, don't do it. If you don't feel the disgust and you want to go for it, go for it. Just make sure you don't have any kids.
Just don't do it at all. Don't do it.
No.
It's
Don't
bad
let
for you. It's bad for
If
you.
Don't let any prophet tell you what to do.
As they say, there's plenty of other ones in the world. Come on, you know?
Plenty of what?
There are plenty of other people in the world.
People in the world.
You don't choose who you fall for.
Yeah, subconsciously we do.
Well, subconsciously means that you don't choose it.
No, but we still
That's a
have.
contradiction. Subconsciously means you don't choose it.
But we don't have a free will at all, so we don't choose anything anyway.
No.
We don't choose anything anyway.
We're using a different definition of choose here,
No.
not the philosophical.
No,
we're not using the
no.
philosophical definition of choose.
No,
we're
but-
using Don't get me. There.
no,
I
but
agree.
no,
I'm a
no.
determinist, but we're using a different definition.
No, but I'm saying free will is an illusion anyway, so we're still not choosing anything. But my point is, when we look at someone, we find it pretty, we find it sexy, then we go, okay, I want to go for it. But then, you know, what is in my mind that's telling me that Armin is so pretty and I want to go for it? You know, like
Okay.
we're not choosing.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Sorry, AP. Sorry, AP. You're not my type.
It's okay.
And sorry, Susanna, you're too young for me.
Oh my god.
What the? What?
Age shaming?
Yeah.
I have a thing for Armin.
Aw.
That's fair
That's
enough.
why. I knew it. That's why he was saying those lies before. He just didn't want to.
That's
That towel, I wanted it to fall. Lucky there was no soap there. All right. I think this is getting too crazy. It's 2:30 now. I should be going now.
All right. I still
Alright.
need to record a video. That's what I
Okay.
thought I would be doing this morning, but
All right. What is it going to be about? Just tell us so that we can look forward to it.
the one thing that I like about Islam.
interesting.
Ooh, guys, go subscribe to Apostate Prophet and also Harry Sultan.
Yes.
The one thing I like about Islam, that should be interesting. Okay, go
Yeah.
check it out. Make sure you subscribe because we're all gonna want to see what that one thing is. Harry Sultan, what do you have coming up on your YouTube channel?
Well, I've still got some excerpts coming out from my last stream, which was last Sunday, and next live one will be next Sunday. So I'm putting up 2 videos a day. Like they're just old excerpts from my
All right.
previous week's stream. So I don't know what.
Oh, look
I
at
don't know
the
what to do.
dinosaur. Like Deborah and everybody was saying. You
Oh
made a video.
yes,
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, yeah, dinosaurs. I mean that when it's only 1 hour long and it's amazing. I think it's currently sitting at.
I don't know.
1,000.
I didn't think it's going to be interesting because I don't know how that could be interesting, but everybody's saying that that's very interesting. So go check it out. Go check it out.
What kind of a person are you? Well, I mean, you don't like dinosaurs. You never liked dinosaurs.
Who cares
I
about
love-
dinosaurs?
You guys are such dinosaurs.
God.
All right, well, check it out. It's pretty cool.
All right, this was fun. Okay, bye guys. Bye everyone.
Thanks, everybody.